I don't want to be right.
What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Okay.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not. That's not.
Wait.
Yeah.
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
They
don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay. Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Stills in the sauce with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof I'm a lie about a motor. No proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star? Like under the city, the driver's side floor. Gucci get large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 8, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever and cute as can be. You can watch us on YouTube with view for free. Ay. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Morning, everybody.
Oh man,
Leroy.
oh man.
Yeah.
Hey. Football.
It's a football Friday.
Football Friday. We actually had football on Friday. And the game last night
Was good.
was a hell of a way to start the season.
That was a good game, man. I enjoyed it
the
thoroughly.
the
Other
first
than the
12 minutes
Mm.
and the last 12 minutes were pretty exciting.
Oh yeah, I mean the whole thing was very enjoyable. It was great to have. Other than the bum ass refs who were like, "Oh, we're back."
Oh my
Hey,
god!
I was
everybody.
trying to explain
Yeah.
to Tobin how I don't understand anybody who understands football would call that.
Yeah.
And here's why. There is a difference between being in a 3-point stance and being in a 2-point stance.
Yep.
So when you're in a 3-point stance, your head is somewhere around your feet. Right? So you got the center, you got the 2 guards. They are, the guards are a little bit back, from the center. But they all look in unison because they're all in the same stance. When you look at the tackles, if you look at their feet are lined up with everybody else. But because they're in a position where they have to pass protect, most of their weight in their upper body is a little bit farther back. And so I don't understand why they kept calling, illegal formation when the simple fact is they're lined up differently or in a different stance or position. And that automatically is going to make it look like the tackles are back. If everybody was in a 2-point stance, they would look perfect.
Yeah, it was a classic overkill from the refs to say, "Hey, we're really paying attention to something." I'm like, yeah, I know that's the thing that people got the pain in the ass with because of the step back. People got mad at that getting called to it, but man, can we get some football going? You're ruining football.
Now, I will say this. And there is a rule in football. Example, what they're going to start calling on the Dolphins when they do that motion and looks like Canadian football. You're technically are not supposed to start forward until a ball is snapped. And what teams will do is you keep doing it until they call it.
Right.
Or give you a warning.
Mm-hmm.
And they never did. So it got more and more extreme. Right? The same thing goes for this. But I do think that they will look at film and go, wow, this, too much.
Too much, dude.
Too much. Because, and keep in mind, when they called it 2 or 3 times, the Ravens still scored.
Yeah, I know. It was super
crazy.
It was,
But they would have scored quicker because they had a pass interference.
Definitely.
And by the way, holy smokes, that Worthy.
Yeah, he's fast. Hold on one second here. Let's we're climbing all over the place. I do have to get this in because our headlines are brought to you by Doral Hyundai. At Doral Hyundai, choose from over 1,300 new Hyundai models in inventory like the Tucson, the Sonata, the Palisade. Remember, when it comes to Hyundai, the great deals are at Doral Hyundai.
Don't forget the Santa Fe.
Well, that's not in the read, Leroy.
I know.
You don't have to list every Hyundai name.
I'm just helping out. I'm giving the assist.
The final score last night, Chiefs 27-20 over the Ravens. It was a toe at the end. A teeny toe. Isaiah Likely had the touchdown, and then they said they were going to go for 2. And that was like, oh, Harbaugh plays for keeps. I like it, but didn't matter. Overturned. Chiefs 1-0. And the final numbers from last night for all you fantasy buffs out there. Lamar Jackson, 273 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 122 yards rushing.
Mm-hmm.
He, though, missed Zay Flowers wide open in the end zone.
Wide open.
Wide open.
And honestly, Likely was that play before. I mean, it was a hard throw, but he also had some separation on that corner.
Hey, did you hear the explanation? He said
no.
he was throwing it to somebody else. He wasn't throwing it to Zay Flowers.
When he missed him, yeah. He didn't even see him.
Right. He said he was throwing it to somebody else.
Yeah.
Well, he missed that guy too. Like,
he should have thrown it to the guy wide open.
Yeah,
but I think, one of the things that I appreciate about football is everybody has different skill sets, right? And the more that you see a quarterback play in his way, you can't expect them to, be something else. So, for example, Lamar Jackson is not as accurate as Tua, but Tua can't run like Lamar.
Nobody can.
So if Tua had that throw, he probably would have made that throw.
Mm-hmm.
But he wouldn't have had 112 yards rushing, 122 yards rushing. And that's kind of, so you have all these different versions of the same quarterback. You got to kind of accept what that guy is and understand that, hey, Lamar Jackson, Tua might have 70% completion. Lamar Jackson might be 60 to 65, but he's going to give you 122 yards. So we can't sit here and go, oh, he's a bum. He missed that wide open guy, because that's not really his skill set.
Your final receiving numbers for the Ravens last night. Isaiah Likely 9 catches, 111 yards. A lot of fantasy owners pissed that they did not throw the ball to Mark Andrews.
Well,
2 catches, 14 yards.
I mean, that one catch he had, he just like dropped to the ground. It was like a 3rd and 4, and he just dropped to the ground.
I got to tell you, that Likely,
Likely, yeah.
Yeah.
That little move that he made on the touchdown.
Oh my goodness.
On the Kansas City side, Patrick Mahomes, 20 of 28, 291 yards, 1 TD, 1 pick. Great play by Roquan Smith. And then all the buzz yesterday, Xavier Worthy. He touched the ball 3 times, had 2 touchdowns.
When he ran that reverse, I'm like, is he the only one moving in real people speed? Because it just seemed like, okay, he might get 5-6 yards here. And I'm like, oh my goodness, they're not even close.
I told you guys, if they would have started with the ball first, I would have turned off my television. They're lucky the Ravens scored first, because I was ready to turn off my television immediately. I was like, are you kidding me? How did the Bills, like, if you're the Bills, all right?
Why don't you draft him?
Yeah, yes, 1. And 2, if you see caller ID Kansas City, hang up. Don't answer that call. Why did you do that, Buffalo? Why would you give them the fastest man in the world?
Oh my goodness, he is so fast. Not to mention, Rice had himself a day.
Sure did. Yeah. 7 catches, 103 yards for Rashee Rice.
Whew.
I want to make a run joke, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
So there you go. Kansas City 1-0. They win on their
and
opening
you know what's
day.
scary? they look better than they've looked early in the season in the last 3 years.
Yep, very
So
annoying.
what do we make of that? What do we make of that?
Furious. I'm furious that they have this new weapon to play with.
They
And
are.
Rasheed Rice is all good to go. And, Travis Kelce's like, whatever. He looks,
Doesn't look like there's too much struggling early in the season for the two-time Super Bowl to back-to-backers.
Travis Kelce's just, he showed up for that one amazing Mahomes throw where Mahomes was getting chased by the entire Ravens, and he went, hey, Travis. Lifted it downfield. Perfect throw. Right on the money to Travis Kelce. Just same thing.
Like, you have a very similar team, right?
Huh?
You have a very similar team, right?
Not with the accolades, though, dude.
Not with the accolades.
Not
but
with the accolades.
But what I'm saying is you have that explosive, offense also.
I know. But
I will say this. I didn't think it was possible. Chris Jones is a problem.
Oh my God.
Like,
Do you think in that immediate moment where Lamar Jackson regretted losing all that weight when Chris Jones had him like by the Undertaker choke throw?
like I'm just like, and they kept showing one guy, two guys. It didn't matter. He looks so much bigger than everybody.
I don't like that he has that like soft Tyson voice either. Like I wish he sounded like Calais Campbell.
No, he doesn't sound menacing. But
could you imagine like him on customer service? They're like, listen to this pipsqueak.
Yeah. He's like, well, why don't you come on down and we'll discuss it.
Leroy wouldn't treat that telemarketer the way he treated that one yesterday after work.
Dude, he just did that for sport. He was like literally like rolling down.
Right.
But you know what the thing was is the lady was giving him back. Oh, sir, you don't have to talk like that to people. You bothered me.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
I love it.
These telemarketers, they call you and they want to ask you a bunch of questions to get you into their little world. And I'm like, what are you calling me about?
I yesterday, like I've been getting this nonstop call, and I just was like, normally I'm like, he called and I like picked it up because I did Bluetooth on the phone. I'm like, hey, hello. Hey, do you have a Wilton Hilton timeshare? And I'm like, no. Bloop. And then it called me 2 more times on the way home. Same call. And I literally like, I'm like, I'm going to try and reason with you here, sir. You are harassing me. Like, you have called me 3 times. I don't have a timeshare. I don't want a timeshare. I'm never going to have a timeshare. I'm not your people. Okay. I don't have timeshares. That's not me. Please stop calling me.
You say I book rooms in the woods in a trailer park.
Yeah. And the guy finally goes, all right, I'm sorry, I'll take you off. I don't think they will, but at least I like
somebody else will call.
But I just reached my breaking point. I'm like, because it's also a 561 number, so I'm like, is it my kid's school? Like I'm like,
yeah,
I can't take it anymore with the harassment.
My always thing is, ma'am, where are you calling me from? And they give the company. I said, no. What location? What state? I said,
state.
Yeah, like anything. Right. That's what I'm saying. Because I know they just do to make the numbers look like they're local.
Oh, yeah. It's just
that lady was not local. I live in Florida. I've never heard anybody speak like you. So she wouldn't stop. So I just played her little game.
Anyway,
I can't hear you. There's noise in the background. I told you I was at work.
All right, last 2 headlines here for you. Dolphins open up their season, of course, against the Jaguars, 1 o'clock. Jalen Ramsey, he missed practice for the 2nd straight day. He's dealing with the hammy. Well, Dolphins have their final lead up to it today. And then tomorrow, number 12, Miami Hurricanes. Home opener against Florida A&M, the Rattlers. Coming in down 6 o'clock.
Come on down and see the band.
And coverage on
if the voiceover in the stadium will allow them to play. It's
coverage on 560 WQM begins at 2 here.
It's
Dan
the
Rubinowitz,
only thing in
Hollywood,
that building.
And Brian Monroe.
It's the only thing in that building that annoys the hell out of me. is when you go to a Canes game, do they not realize there are bands there that you don't have to talk while the bands are playing to get your little commercials in? Everybody, like the college atmosphere is the bands, right? Like everybody knows that except Hard Rock.
Take a break. Back with more for this. Welcome back, you rascals. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Let us get to a game week report, which is brought to you by Miami-Dade County Public Schools Technical Colleges. You ready to level up your career game? MDCPS Technical Colleges have got you covered. You guys can choose from tons of programs, learn from top-notch certified instructors, and get real-world experience. The best part, you can graduate debt-free in just 1 to 2 years. Ready to make the move? Log on to careerinayear.com or call 305-558-8000. MDCPS Technical Colleges, your best choice for a brighter future. Yesterday, the NFL season gets underway with a 27-20 Chiefs win by a Toski. And they go on. They are 1-0.
Questionable calls yesterday.
And it was definitely Marcos. You can't lie. How did you do on chili peppers last night?
Okay, so I may or may not have put together a last minute 6-leg parlay. Justin Tucker, even though he missed that, kicking points hits, Lamar Jackson rushing yards hits. But almost everybody else who I thought was going to do good. Derrick Henry didn't have enough yards, although he had a touchdown, didn't have enough yards. Mark Andrews might as well not have been out there.
Yep.
Kelsey was too busy planning the next phase of his breakup to do anything worth remembering.
I love that we have Taylor Swift drama like immediately to the first.
Yeah.
This is how we bring them down. It's gonna take the wives. This is how you have to.
So what happened now?
There's a lot of people noticing yesterday that Brittany Mahomes and Tay were not sitting together at the Kansas City Chiefs game, and Brittany Mahomes is come out as a very pro Donald Trump supporter, and obviously Taylor Swift is a very pro Democrat, and so people are speculating. This has just kind of come to light this week. And this is a lot of people speculating that Tay is not going to be sitting with Brit. Hard to say.
I mean, according to page 4 of the breakup, this is right according to plan.
This is the only thing that's going to bring down the Chiefs. We're going to have infighting.
No, it's not. Because
it's the only thing. It's the only thing. It's our only hope.
Guess what? If you took all the people who support Patrick Mahomes and are forced to support his wife, that's about 2% of all the people that support Tay. So, like, okay, and guess what? Why do they have to sit together? She always sits with his parents.
No, but she has sat with the Mahomes before. That's why it was noticed.
And this time she didn't. So, like,
that's what people are speculating. It's not known, Leroy. It's just
drama
speculation. That's what happens when you bring Tay into football.
Here's what it sounds like. Let me tell you. I'm familiar with your work.
What?
Hold on.
My work?
And this is what you do. This is how you present it to me, who could give a rat's ass about any of it.
Mm-hmm.
Leroy. Could be something, could be nothing. Well, you know if you bring it up, what I'm going to think. Because very rarely have I said, that's something. Very rarely.
That is
in all the years we've been doing the show. Very rarely.
Mm-hmm.
So you come on.
It's not some internet fodder, though. It's like it's on the cover of TMZ today.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just telling you, dude. You can dismiss it if you want to. That's fine.
I'll dismiss it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll dismiss it. Like,
keep note.
Again, the other thing is, why would Taylor Swift care?
Why would she care? She has a very public image.
What? No. The Swifties are the Swifties.
Mm-hmm.
She ain't gonna lose no Swifties if she sits with Patrick Mahomes' wife.
I would agree with you.
You see what I'm saying?
I would agree. I would agree with you, but she is of the star status that everything gets criticized. If they think it's a thing to criticize, I don't care. I think she can sit next to whoever she wants to.
You know what's amazing?
Tay could sit next to Donald Trump at a game, and I wouldn't I don't think any of her fans would leave
all
her.
The people, right? Like, I don't know her personally, but everything that she does is like, she seems like one of the nicest people out there. To drag her even through any of this is ridiculous, whether you like her or not. Right? So, like, I'm not getting caught up in that. Just because TMZ, well, you know what TMZ's trying to do?
Hmm?
Get clicks.
I don't know, dude. It's a thing.
It has to be a thing because it's not just like political affiliation. Donald Trump has gone after her a couple times, and like even went as far as saying I'm more popular than her, reposting the fake AI images of her. So it's like disrespect more than it's like
But that's him.
yes, but okay, Leroy. If somebody's like Leroy is this, Leroy is that,
Uh-huh.
I can't sit next to the guy because Leroy is my guy. I'm not gonna sit next to this.
But what I'm saying is that put blame where blame goes,
Yeah.
right? Unless somebody who's a Trump supporter spews the same stuff, you ain't got a problem with them. Like, see, here's my belief behind all this. If I get mad at you and act crazy towards you and resent you because you support Donald Trump,
Mm-hmm.
then I'm being no better than you as far as democracy goes. You can vote for who the hell you want to.
Of course, you can vote for
And so
whoever.
that's why I get caught up in
You can
why.
You can vote for whoever you want to, but Brittany Mahomes, first of all, has got a very big social media following to times where she's, cringed people out before. There was nothing political about that. But Taylor Swift's a different level of star where like her endorsement to political parties like matters to people.
Right. But it's still, one has nothing to do with the other.
I think it's more personal.
Like
too,
here.
You think she's just annoyed by her?
No. I think it's not because you can vote for Trump. Cool. No problem. We can sit next to each other. But that's because it's me. Donald Trump has not personally attacked me.
Right.
Taylor Swift has been personally attacked. So it's like, it's not even that you're supporting.
Little frog boy sitting there with his webbed feet.
Like what?
And his ridiculous tongue.
Okay, we don't have to. No need to.
So long.
My tongue is better.
Lapping it up.
I got the best tongue in the world.
He has an android.
Not even the best amphibian. The amphibians love me.
More of a toad guy.
I have all the support of the frogs.
All right. Well, let's get back to the actual football at hand. Isaiah Likely.
You did it. I love the way he gets it going, right? And he goes, "But let's get back to football."
I just throw the Molotov cocktail. I'm like the little girl in the meme. Just smile and watch the house burn.
Take cover.
Isaiah Likely, he was still confident in his team, and I think his confidence is deserved afterwards. This was him on. He thinks it's the worst they'll look all year.
What do you take away from a competitive game like that against this team?
I say this is probably the worst game we're going to play all year. So if this is their best that they got, good luck in the postseason.
I like it. I like it. Hey, now. There's talking trash and there's that. That look. He had the cash register and he just bought something and he said, keep the receipt.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Keep the receipt. Come see me in the postseason. I like it. And think about this. Was he wrong?
A little.
I mean,
why does he think it's their best performance? Like, why is he
right?
Like,
that's the other thing. And I started off by saying,
yeah,
if this is Kansas City when the season starts,
yeah,
with the last couple of seasons they've struggled coming out the gate.
Very annoying.
Right.
I just don't think we should make Mahomes mad. What are we doing? Everyone shut up.
That's why we need infighting amongst the wives. So if he's like, Travis, don't you think they can sit together next time?
Could you imagine? Here's what's funny. Could you imagine Big Spoon and D going at it? No, it doesn't even like. They're way too nice. Way too nice. It's hilarious.
We do say that all the time. Like Patrick Mahomes has to be exhausted by his family drama. Like
right. That's what's crazy. Because here's the thing: the surrounding people of Patrick Mahomes is making Patrick Mahomes have to deal with stuff that if he was by himself, he would never have to deal with.
Yeah, and it's not even his wife who's the brother. Oh my God, the brother just seems like he's just always into something, dancing on Sean Taylor's memorial. just annoying the holy hell out of people on TikTok. That I mean, you guys got a DUI every year, like it's like an annual tradition for him.
Jeez, I got another one.
Jeez, So anyway, Andy Reid. This is him. He
That's
is
the only guy you can't get mad at, right?
Yeah.
Don't you feel happy for Andy Reid with all the, you know what I mean?
He's
Over
had
the years.
Did you are you upset that Man Campbell has taken over as the coaching commercial superstar? Because I like Andy Reid with the Nuggies.
Oh
The
yeah.
Nuggies. Hey, let's go over it again. This time with the Nuggies.
Good Man Campbell commercial though. I love him
Oh, yeah.
saying, hey,
Cover your face. Cover your face.
Here's Andy Reid on having another fast, awesome guy, Xavier Worthy.
Yeah, he can run, and he's got good hands and smart kid. He'll keep growing as we go. I mean, he's a competitive little guy, man.
Oh.
Real sound endorsement there. He's an aggressive little fella.
3 times he touches the football, 2 of them go to the house. He was so behind blew past that dude on the outside.
Holy smokes. I like when I saw him take that reverse, and I'm like, nobody touched him.
Nope.
And it seemed like there was 20 people over there.
Sure did.
I'm like, oh my goodness, this dude is fast.
It's like Sonic the mother bleeping hedgehog out there. Chiefs. It's just kind of how I just yell at you.
I got more tools.
Oh man, we'll take a break. We will get into your Miami Dolphins as they get ready and what defense they're going to bring to the table this weekend. Will they have Jalen Ramsey? Doesn't seem like it. So can the young bucks step up? Back after this. Howdy.
Howdy, boy.
Tobin and Leroy here with you. Hey, you guys can join the WQM on-air staff at Smoke on the Water in Weston for Whiskey, Stars, and Cigars. It's Wednesday, September 25th, presented by Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall. Enjoy a fine whiskey, a good cigar, Dolphins, Canes, Heat, and Panthers. Talk with your WQM on-air staff, your favorite personalities. It's free to attend. All you got to do is RSVP at WQAM.com.
Going, Frog Boy?
Look at you, Frog Boy.
Yeah, whiskey.
There. Look at him with his dead man shoes.
My fiance bought
So
me
how
shoes.
it probably this is how this will probably go.
Yeah.
That Sales and everybody else will have Crowder and Hawk and
Yeah.
Joe over there, and then
Right.
we'll be in the corner
Right,
with
yeah.
our own little crew.
Yeah.
That's usually how these go.
All the Twitchers and the YouTubers that want to come out, RSVP WQAM.com. We will unite together, silly sauce crew.
We'll
you
do
must be
push-ups.
over 21, drink responsibly, and you guys, it's free. All you got to do, RSVP at WQAM.com. You get a complimentary cigar with your invite. It is at Smoke on the Water, September 25th. It's presented by Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall and by the injury law firm of Cohen and Judah. Miami Dolphins are getting ready for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Let's go.
So excited for Sunday. By the way, Game Day Uncensored comes your way 9 a.m. 4 hours of pregame coverage for you. Myself and Solana, Adam Beasley, and Omar Kelly are going to join us along the way. And so we will talk plenty of Fins that morning for you to get you ready for all the action for the season opener. But yesterday, the man who orchestrates the bob and weave defense, I think it's going to catch on, Anthony Weaver. And he was talking about the Miami Dolphins. They're going to have that NFTF, that nose for the football, even especially with this Trevor Lawrence who loves to give it away. Nilly.
He's a gifter.
Here's Anthony Weaver about going after that ball.
Take Trevor out of it. We're always trying to get the ball. As a defense, from the second I've gotten here, we've always preached turnovers, and we've charted it to the points where we're trying to get shots on goal every day. We're trying to take the ball away at least twice a day from our offense. Like, that's something we're constantly trying to reinforce. Coach Barry just gave a great presentation to the entire team about the ball and the importance of it, both as an offense in keeping it and us in taking it away. So take Trevor Lawrence out of it. Tremendous quarterback, have a tremendous amount of respect for who he is and what he's done in this league. Whoever we're playing, we are trying to get the ball. Okay, that is our job on defense. Keep him out of the end zone, take the ball away, because just like I believe we have a great offense. So if you give Steph Curry extra shots, good for Golden State. If we give Tua, Tyreek Hill, A-Chain, right, Waddle, extra snaps, extra shots at taking the ball down and scoring, good for us.
Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen.
Whoa!
Adam Schefter reports.
You know, I think my 2.5-year-old.
I thought that was a baby.
He reports Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah.
And the Miami Dolphins
Extension.
they have reached an agreement on a 3-year extension worth $24.1 million per year to make him the highest paid cornerback in NFL history for the second time in his career.
What the hell is going on?
The Dolphins want to reward Jalen Ramsey and have been discussing the extension for several weeks. Once Denver's Patrick Surtain II reset the cornerback market, they were able to create a new benchmark and reward their 7-time Pro Bowl cornerback with a record-setting contract. So is the hamstring going to be getting better today?
Here, can I say this?
What?
Let's think about this realistically.
Dolphins got a lot of money, apparently.
Think about this realistically.
Javon Holland's like, what the hell?
If there is any soreness and he's not 100%, you got a game on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
It makes no sense to play him this game.
Leroy.
I'm not saying that he's not healthy. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if there's any chance that he could aggravate it,
Mhm.
you got a game in 4 days.
Totally. I'm just
So-
asking the question, was it a hamstring injury or is it a oink hamstring injury?
Oh, now see, you could have went with could be something, could be nothing.
I was just
And
asking.
I would say, I can't dismiss it.
Can't dismiss it.
I can't dismiss it.
Why would they do that?
Because I tell you what, we'll find out today if there's some spring in this step.
Gonna be very interesting. Anyway, there you go. Jalen Ramsey. Wink. Wow.
So,
Hey, if the Dolphins pulled this off, tip the cap. Because you had that dummy Zach Taylor out there being like, oh, Jamar's gonna be out there. Oops. Now he is out there, but it took a week. He sounded like an idiot.
well, listen, if you holding out and ain't nothing happening, you holding out to the last possible minute.
Mhm.
Now, I know what a bunch of coaches would say. The old school coaches, they would say, he gonna do what he got to do. I got to coach the guys who are ready to play, and just kind of dismiss it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Dr. Toboggan says, I'm sorry. Al Mago says, sheesh, every Dolphin getting paid. Do you think Ross can take care of Jimmy Butler? Only if he can play, only if he can get out there and catch some footballs.
he wouldn't be able to play 17 games.
Oh,
No chance.
No, that's right.
not unfair.
No chance.
Shreethan says Ramsey needs to reward the Dolphins by playing week 1. I got a feel. We'll keep an eye. I got a feeling.
Hey, I listen. I make fun of you, and I yell at you, and I want to chop you in the throat when you get ridiculous. This, my friend, is not out of the realm of possibilities.
I do love the
How did
idea.
I think about it?
Yeah, come on, baby. Just get out there and look. It's I'm watching Will Manso. He's got the Undertaker popping out of the coffin today. Jalen Ramsey at practice. Oh, feeling better, boys.
Hey, it's funny how healthy money make you feel.
Oh,
Right?
certainly does.
Right.
Certainly does. Wow. How about that? Jalen Ramsey getting that money on.
Is Javon Holland like, what the hell?
Javon Holland, yeah, he's probably saying, come on.
But here's the deal. Here's the
they
deal.
have I
Here's
think
the
they have
deal,
the same
though.
agent.
Here's the deal with Javon Holland. The numbers aren't going to be ridiculous. So they almost feel they could do his contract anytime. Right? Like the whole point of Jalen Ramsey's contract, he wanted to be the highest paid corner.
Yep.
So
Patrick Surtain's the second's like, damn it.
he ain't complaining.
24 million,
He ain't complaining
24.1.
because what is he, 25 years old?
Do you think anybody remembers these two? Like, it's such a big deal. Like, the agents love to have Adam Schefter tweet out.
The only reason why this is a big deal is for the agents.
Yeah,
And
right?
the agents make the players feel like it's important because they did it. But I got to tell you, 24 million versus 24.1, right? When you're talking 24 mil a year, right? Or so, for example, what if somebody as a quarterback only averages 45 a year, but he get 160 guaranteed?
Mm.
You see what I mean? Like, there's different ways to do these things where, hey, I don't have to be the highest paid.
I just really want to say I'm impressed by the Dolphins. They just completely foisted a hold, and we did not. We just, what's
Hey.
going on there?
I told you this from the beginning,
Told me what?
that with Stephen Ross, money would not be an option.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He
Yeah.
doesn't. He's that money on. He's spending.
Hey, like you have to, when a guy puts 500 million of his own money into just the stadium and then builds that masterpiece across the street and then brings in Formula One and then does all these things for that area, you have to know he's all in.
Well, Mike McDaniel's supposed to address the media in mere minutes, so we'll see what he has to say about Jalen Ramsey's health status.
Wait, you think Wouldn't it be something if Mike says, yeah, he's good to go now.
Crazy.
Healthy.
Who'd have thought? We'll take a break. Our Tua. We'll get back into the Weaver cuts. He had some more interesting things to say as well, but we'll take a break. The news, Jalen Ramsey has a new contract with the Miami Dolphins that makes him the highest paid corner in the league. Back with more for this.
It's time for our Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tonga Vailoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Can go to hell. Tua Tonga Vailoa. Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
Hour 2 of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Let us get to our headlines. Brought to you by Doral Hyundai. Choose from over 1,300 new Hyundai models in inventory, like the Tucson, the Sonata, the Palisade. And remember, when it comes to Hyundai, the great deals are at Doral Hyundai. If you guys are just tuning in, we got some breaking news last hour. The Miami Dolphins and Jalen Ramsey have agreed to a new extension, 3 years, $72.3 million, and that makes him annually the highest paid cornerback in the league. Mike McDaniel is set to speak to the media shortly. I wonder what we'll get as far as a health concern. Something tells me his hammy will feel better today. Yeah, Dub, get that munion. Exactly, dude.
Hey, I never even considered it. Now, it all seems to kind of.
Well, listen, it's a lot more subtle than showing up to camp in a Brinks truck. It's a lot. It's a little bit more under the radar than a young Jalen Ramsey. A mature Jalen Ramsey's like,
yeah,
talks to because him and Mike McDaniel have a good relationship. And Mike McDaniel's like, what if we have a hamstring injury?
You know what else is pretty amazing? Is that all of these contract negotiations, because of the respect that they have for the organization, have been relatively peaceful.
Yep.
Right? That doesn't happen everywhere. Just look around. Look around the league. Guys trying to get their money. Look at Jamar Chase. You can say what you want about Jamar Chase. He don't want to give up no more money. But I guarantee you, he's feeling a little bit.
Of course.
You know?
Of course. You know.
And so now.
What do you think that is? Do you think because he's so obviously great.
But
do you think that they're this is what I wonder with them.
Uh-huh.
You think they're a little worried about Joe Burrow?
Wouldn't you?
Well, if he gets, I'm just saying, because he's got all these injuries, right? Now the wrist. Let's say Joe Burrow doesn't bounce back quite the same, and you don't want to have Jamar Chase. Like, you'd be like, all right, well, listen, if just Joe Burrow is going downhill, perhaps we, flip Jamar Chase next year for a gazillion picks. Well, because it doesn't make sense not to pay him, because it's only going to go up.
Right. I mean, there's nobody else to get paid. So think about this. The number is already set for him. Whoever the highest is.
Yeah, he wants to be the highest.
He's going to be the highest. That number's already set. Mm-hmm. They already know this. He already knows that. But here's the problem. You're right. What if Joe Burrow gets hurt again?
Mm-hmm.
Now we're looking at Jamar Chase and going, let's get something for him.
Right. I don't know. It's the only logic I can come around with.
What's amazing about this is the conversations about Joe Burrow's injuries are more serious than the conversations should have ever been about Tua. Right?
Knee, wrist, not great.
I mean, one of the reasons why he ended up at LSU because he got hurt.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's
so I like why and he went to the Super Bowl and he's awesome. But why aren't we having those conversations about him?
Those are not great injuries for a QB to have.
But I'm just curious as to why we aren't having those same type of conversations that we had with Tua? Because he had that one good year?
I think two things. I think, yes, I think the good year for sure. And then I think people are more scared by concussions, I think, than wrist injuries.
Agreed. And I told you, and I tried to explain this to you. When you have a concussion during the course of a season, they may determine that you're healthy, but you might not be 100%. You might be functional. So then anytime you get hit hard again, you're back to square one. And people make it sound like he keeps having more and more concussions, when in actuality, the first one he never really healed from. And so now this is now what, 2 years removed?
From the Super Bowl? Oh no, his concussions.
From concussions.
Yeah, I mean a year removed.
So, but I had I had a year like that. Like where I ended up in the hospital.
Yeesh.
Like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Out. Right? Running down on kickoff. Never tackled anybody in my life. Went in there with my head.
That's the one where Bill told you not to keep playing, right?
Right. I passed all the tests, all the hitting or whatever. And he goes, I'm going to sit you out this week. Right. And he pretty much said, I sat a guy out that was healthy. Was I healthy? I'm like, I could have played. I felt I had all my faculties, but I just felt like maybe I was an elbow away to the head, away from being cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs again. Now, I never had another problem with that.
Here's an update from old McCochin, this sly dog. It's from Barry Jackson's Twitter. Mike
McDaniel play the game, right? He's going to play the game.
Definitely.
Look out for his players, his guys.
Mike McDaniel said Jalen Ramsey will, quote, in some way, shape, or form practice today, but McDaniel is not sure to what extent. McDaniel said he doesn't know if Ramsey will play Sunday. Quote, if I did know, I wouldn't tell you, but I really don't know.
So
okay.
Wait.
Okay, Mike.
Wait, is that the same? So it's a coach's wink, right? Cristobal gave that same wink.
Sure did.
Yep.
Sure did.
Which means listen, and this is what you have to love about this organization. They know what the hell's going on. They know what the hell happened. They know what's up, but they just gonna listen. Let's keep everybody safe. Let's not have anybody, get caught, with the plethora of questions about it. And so let's just keep it status quo. Right? Game time decision. That's what he'll be after today.
Bunch of rascals. Just saying things. Anyway, there you go. Good news, though. I mean, look, I was a little scared about throwing Ethan Bonner out there. I'm not gonna.
Well, here's the deal.
I was interested.
And here's what I will say.
You were only interested for one reason.
Yeah.
Here's what I would say. What I would say to this is that having great DBs is important. I'm not diminishing it. But if you don't have a pass rush, it doesn't matter. And so I'm more worried, not whether Jalen Ramsey will play, but I'm more worried about whether that front four can get some pressure on Herbert and force him into some bad throws. Because then it won't matter who's playing in the secondary. You done sped up his clock. And that's the most important thing right there. So I've been, scouring my notes.
Oh, yeah?
My notes.
What are your notes saying?
My notes say, believe it or not, these teams are very similar in the standpoint of whoever is able to stop the run, they're going to have somewhat of an advantage. Now, what I would say about the Dolphins have more unique ways of running the ball, and that makes it more difficult. But first things first, here's what I would do if I'm the Dolphins. Get them out of the 4-3. How do you get them out of the 4-3? 3 wides, 4 wides, 1 back, no tight end. right? Stretch the tight end out. If they come in a 4-3, stretch the tight end out and move Jonnu Smith around. Because now you got 7 guys in the box, and one of them linebackers going to have to cover Jonnu Smith. Now, if you're able to get him out of nickel, get him into nickel, now you're supposed to be able to run the ball. Same formation, move Jonnu Smith in on the end of the line of scrimmage, and now you got a base offense running against their nickel defense. And so you just play this cat and mouse game to see if they can defend it with what they're trying to do versus can you make them get into the defense you want them in so you can do what you want to do. But the first thing I'm going to do is I might start the game in 4 wides just to get them out of their 4-3. So that means you're adjusting to us.
Yeah, let's go. We go Waddle, we go Tyreek, and you put Achane out wide.
You put either Achane or even like in the beginning, it's going to start off putting Jonnu out there because you want to see if they go to nickel or they try to cover him with a linebacker.
All
if
of
they
them.
try to cover him with a linebacker, okay.
We'll take a break. More football talk to come. Again, the breaking news this hour is Jalen Ramsey has signed a new deal with the Miami Dolphins. Mike McDaniel says he will, quote, practice in some way, shape, or form today. He will test out the hamstring. Wink. And we'll see if he's going to be good to go this week against the Jags. Take a break. More to come here on Tobin and Leroy after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy. Let's get to a little 15 minutes of game day uncensored, which is brought to you by the Lexus RX, the luxury SUV for those who never want to lose their edge. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer. Miami Dolphins, of course, getting set. We'll tickle Leroy's fancy coming up and go down the week 1 slate. Leroy has a very exciting weekend ahead. He is going to see his alma mater in the Michigan Wolverines take on Texas. They're dogs. And listen, big dogs at home. Yeah. And my man, the toe reader, Eric Metcalf, he's also going to be on this trip.
If I find him.
Metcalf messing up, though. I'm not going to lie to you. Based off what Leroy's telling me.
That's that garbage, right?
Metcalf going to have to read Leroy's toes.
Leroy toes going to be out. I ain't going to lie. It's 107,000 people. And I'm going to be looking for a black dude with a suitcase. Come on.
Why is he wearing a suitcase?
He want to hang out with one of his boys in Detroit. And he knew something was up. You know how you break the news in a way where you know there's going to be problems? I say, hey, so Matt, I got everything, got the rental car or whatever. What hotel you staying in so I could scoop you up so I can figure out what time I need to leave?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to be in Michigan. Excuse me? Yeah, I'm going to hang out with my boy in Michigan. I said, well, how are you going? Like, I'm not coming to get you. Oh, no, don't worry about it. I said, well, I just meet you at the stadium. Well, no, I'm going to have my luggage. So I'm going to need to meet up with you before the game.
Okay, now, inconvenience me.
So he wants you to pick up his bags to put in your car?
So I have to meet him before.
Is he also going to Cleveland?
Yeah. We're riding to Cleveland together. That's why I thought we were flying into Cleveland. Right?
That would make sense.
Yeah. So, he's going to be getting the stink eye for 2.5 hours.
Oh, man. Mike McDaniel is addressing the media. He did confirm Liam Eichenberg starting at right guard. So that is not a surprise. Aaron Brewer does seem like he's good to go. So the Dolphins do have their starting center that they brought in. He will be good to go for this game. Yep. And get this going against the Jags. Hear a little bit more here from Anthony Weaver. He was asked about Jaguars tight end Evan Ingram, who was really good.
Really good. He is one of the top guys in the league, and because he plays for the Jags, people sleep on him.
Yeah. Here was what he had to say about defending him.
Wow. I mean, you talk about just a matchup problem, right? He's a guy who is really underestimated as a blocker in the run game, but has all the skills of a wide receiver. So he is a matchup problem. I don't think you can task any one person with taking a guy like him away. It'll take multiple guys, but yeah, you have to account and be cognizant for him on every snap. Now, the problem they present is they have a bunch of those guys, right? They have a lot of good skill players, which as a defense, like, you gotta love the challenge.
Yeah, I mean, he led them in catches by a lot last year. They got new weapons because they brought in Gabe Davis and they got Brian Thomas. Is that the guy's name from LSU? They got at the end of the first round.
Yes,
Brian Thomas Jr.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they've revamped the weapons, but he's a mainstay who is.
Here's the thing. I would prefer that your tight end lead your team in receptions, because you ain't throwing no bombs. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, he didn't have 1,000 yards for having a lot of catches last year.
But
he is his safety blanket.
But that is one of the problems that they had, was they didn't really have that big play threat.
No.
And it was a lot of dinking and dunking. So now supposedly they have more of a deep ball threat in a couple of them.
You sound boned up on the Jaguars. Was this from Cersei yesterday?
Huh?
Did Cersei give you the business yesterday on
No.
when you went on his show?
It's today.
Oh, that's today?
Yeah.
All right. I was just checking.
Another show, Leroy.
Contrary to popular belief, you knucklehead, I do some research.
All right.
We just never get a chance to talk about it because all of your damn silly sauce, we don't get a chance to talk about actual football. But I do.
I did research.
Listen, I told you what the breakdown of the game was going to be. You're going to see if the Dolphins get the ball first, they might go 5 wides just to get them out of that 4-3.
Guys, I have a ridiculous parlay for the game.
You already do you do the show? I think I think you treat that studio like Hard Rock Bet.
No.
There's always people going in. Like he's probably running the gambling ring at Odyssey because he has like people going in and out of that room nonstop.
Yeah.
Some reason there's a Cash App QR code with his name on it.
He got a little QR code outside the door.
I do. But it's 7 legs. $10 will net me $1,000.
Okay. Now let's go over it because see what I do is
it the one you sent us yesterday?
Yeah, it was reasonable, dude. Those were all reasonable.
Here, give it to me, and I'm gonna just say yay or nay. The thing that is hard, right? And here's what you have to understand: when you do a lot of the same game player props,
yep,
some of the players take away from the other players, and it ruins your bet before you start. So that's why I talk you off of a lot of the same game 4-player props,
I love
parlays.
It's my favorite. But I always go see when I do it in basketball, like I always go different stats. Like I'm always.
But that's fine. But it's harder to do in football.
It definitely is because it's all yards. But I see he's got some mix of unders and overs here.
Let's go over it. Let's go over it.
All right, go ahead, Frog Boy.
Okay, like I don't want to drop kick. I apologize. It was very Leroy of me just to yell something else. I apologize, but I believe. Hold on, my phone's over here. But
do you want me to give you the bets?
Yeah, you have it.
Got him right.
I do.
Okay,
all right,
cool.
so this is Frog Boy 7-leg parlay, which is landed at plus 5,000.
Whoa, that's good. That's value.
Tua Tagovailoa over under passing yards 1.5. He's got the over.
Oh, 2 touchdowns. Okay.
2 touchdowns.
Okay. All right.
Tyreek Hill's over under set at 97.5. He's got the over. So Tyreek needs 98 yards.
Okay.
I'm nervous about that, but it's possible.
Jaylen Waddle, his over under set at 60.5. He's got the under.
Yeah. Injured. Remember, he was injured.
No, see.
Hobbled.
Hobbled. Here's why you got to be careful with that.
Yeah.
Because it could be one damn play.
I know, it's so true.
See, and that's what I'm just listen. You could go under, but I'm telling you, it would suck that in the first 2 series of the game,
the whole bet
gets one of them slant routes and goes 75.
He's got Raheem Mostert receiving yards over 7.5.
Come on.
That's only because it's 7.5, right?
Come on, that's a good deal.
That I'll give you that one, but here's the deal.
I'm 3 out of 4 in your mind.
What if all those situations they put Achane in?
Well, I mean, it's possible. It's possible.
Okay.
I think he's gonna have a regression this year, though.
What?
Sophomore slump?
You're crazy.
He only played half a season.
Yeah,
he's gonna be amazing this year, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, and I hope he is. I'm not rooting against him.
You literally bet against him.
You literally there is literally nothing you can say that other than I'm betting against him when you pick a under.
Devon Achane rushing yards 52.5. You bet the under.
Yeah, not gonna happen.
And then you have Raheem Mostert rushing yards. You bet the over.
Yes,
45.5.
Now,
assert his dominance.
Can I just say this? You do realize what happened last year, and this is where you have to pay attention. Okay, Raheem Mostert would go in there and get his feet wet, and then they bring Achane in. Achane would go crazy, and Raheem Mostert would hardly play the rest of the game. That's what happened when Achane was healthy. When Achane got hurt, then Raheem got off. So you got to remember how the season went. Before you, if anything, I would flip those.
The pass is a pass, Leroy. They're on to us.
I'm telling you right now, if anything, I would flip those based on what happened last year.
Well, damage is done. He already placed the bet.
I'll call Hard Rock. I'll see what I can do.
And finally, his final leg.
Yeah.
If you're laughing and cackling at it, you know I'm gonna hit the roof.
His final leg.
Yeah.
Tua Tagovailoa rushing yards.
Oh, 2, right?
Which is set at 3.5 now.
Yeah!
It's been a spike.
Woo!
He took the over. So
Let's
Tua needs to have
go!
4 rushing yards for this to hit.
Saw that mobility on display.
Wait. But here's the problem.
And not get sacked.
Let me tell you what's gonna happen.
Good luck.
Right?
Yeah.
Tua's gonna have a 25-yard run and then 3 sacks for minus 22 yards, and you're gonna lose. And you're gonna
he's gonna kneel the ball and lose a yard.
Yes, no. If he gets sacked a couple of times.
Isn't taking a knee minus rushing yards?
I feel like it is, yeah. He'll be at 5 yards and take 2 knees or something. No, guys, I'm telling you.
Why would you hang a parlay on that?
This is bulletproof. I'm telling you, it's bulletproof. You guys are thinking about
and by the way, you would only win 500. You wouldn't win 1,000.
No, it said he win 1,200, a little under 1,300.
Really? Because if you said it's 5,000 to 1, he bet $10. That's
no, he bet 25.
Oh, I bet 25.
Okay, so originally he said he bet $10. So that's why. Okay.
Oh, sorry 25. If I ratted you out to the missus.
Whoa! Jeez, Tobin.
I apologize.
Hey, so you understand you have a lot of prop bets with players that are going to take numbers away from the other guy.
Yeah, that's why I got the under on HN and the over on Mostert.
You should have went the over on HN and the under on Mostert. I'm just telling
I
you.
want you to think.
Just based on how last year played out.
You should have gone combo yards too. You should have done like just total yards for them.
I know. See, I did that with Derrick Henry yesterday. I was like rushing
because it does sound like they're going to use Devon like a lot in the passing game.
Right?
You see, so he's going to go under.
Wait, here's one.
Yeah,
Jonnu Smith rushing yards.
Ooh.
Sounds like they'll be valuable.
They probably won't even put it there.
I don't think they did. Last time I checked, I don't think they did.
No.
Well, that did tickle my fancy. It's spicy. But we got to tickle Leroy's fancy. Coming up next. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, to tickle Leroy.
My fancy is tickled.
We will go around the week 1 slate of the NFL season. And while I await Leroy's arrival, because it is his segment, I want to tell you once again, join the WQM on-air staff at Smoke on the Water in Weston for Whiskey Stars and Cigars on Wednesday, September 25th. It's presented by Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall. Enjoy a fine whiskey, a good cigar, Dolphins, Canes, Heat, Panthers conversation with the WQM on-air staff. It's free to attend, but you do need to RSVP at WQM.com, which will get you an invite and a complimentary cigar. You must be over 21, drink responsibly. Talk sports with WQAM's on-air staff at Whiskey Stars and Cigars, Wednesday, September 25th at Smoke on the Water in Weston. It's presented by Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall and sponsored by the injury law firm of Cohen and Judah. Michael Yo, by the way, is going to join us in the 12 o'clock hour. Stand-up comedian. He is at the Improv. And
is Michael Yo the one that used to always get naked?
Did he get naked?
I don't know. No, we
can remember that. I remember him, of course, of Y100 fame. I remember him being a DJ down here.
Okay.
But maybe
Michael Yo naked. Do you think that would be an issue?
No, I'm thinking. No.
I don't know.
There's a comedian. Yeah. I can't think of his name.
The comedian I think of nude most of the time is Bert Kreischer. I feel like
not Bert Kreischer.
He always takes his shirt off. But he talks Canes too, Frog Boy. He's got like a podcast or something.
Apparently. So first when I was do not search nude comedian in Google also. When I had initially looked this up, I was like, oh, okay, cool. He played football, University of Arkansas. Maybe there's a sports thing there. I don't know how much he really played, but doing some more research, he has a podcast called Comics on Canes, which kind of fits in. I saw he had Finesse Mitchell on one of his episodes.
Cool.
Woods, so
we'll talk a little. We'll talk some Canes and silly sauce with Michael Yo coming up next hour. But now is the time, Leroy.
Yes,
I'll give you 2 college ones. Then we got to get to the real business. High noon on Fox, though you don't need a TV. Number 3 Texas at number 10 Michigan. Texas is a touchdown favorite in the Big House. Tickle your fancy?
Yeah, I'll be there. It does tickle my fancy.
My fancy is tickled.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous based on what I saw Fresno State do to that offensive line of Michigan's. Yeah.
All right.
And then Texas, keep in mind, Texas, who got Sarkisian, might be, of all the teams coming over, the most set up to play in the SEC because they play a big physical style of football, which is also very terrifying.
Yes, very much so. At 6 o'clock, Leroy, Florida A&M visits Hard Rock Stadium to take on the number 12 Miami Hurricanes, which of course you can hear on WQAM. 2 p.m. is when your pregame coverage gets going with Hollywood and Brian Monroe. But does FAMU and the U tickle your fancy?
It does more the U because I want to get the ball, see the ball rolling. That being said, about that time, this is what I'll be looking at.
Side-eyeing
as I stare at Metcalf all the way back from Michigan.
You guys are going to need Bernie Kosar just to bring harmony.
No, we not. No, we not. No, I'm gonna say, you know what you did. You know what you did.
You know what you did. All right, let's get to week 1, Leroy. It continues tonight. 8:15 from Sao Paulo, Brazil. The Packers take on the Eagles, who are a 2.5-point favorite over Green Bay. Tickle your fancy?
Yeah, it does. It does. It's weird because usually they say 3 or under, you take the home team, but they're not playing at home. So how do we view this?
Who's closer? I guess Philly?
No.
Green Bay?
Green Bay's close. Wait.
Samesies? It's not important.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. How do you
geography?
I'm just trying to figure out how do you view that, because normally I would say roll with Philly, but like they're both traveling, and they're gonna be able to get close to their team because they can't go nowhere.
Oof, that's true.
And I'm
Leroy,
guessing Philly's gonna wear white.
and what's Green Bay gonna wear? Yellow?
Isn't it? Wait. Here's what's amazing about this. They say don't wear green over there. And they send 2 teams that wear green.
Yes. And one of them with green in their
I'm
name.
not like dude.
Yeah, true.
Both teams.
Yep.
Anyway, 1 o'clock.
Oh,
Sunday. Oh, Jaguars, Dolphins. Dolphins a 3.5-point home favorite. Does this tickle your fancy, Leroy?
Yes, it does. I'm ready for this season to get started. I'm ready to see what this team is going to look like. I'm fired up about it. I'm going to watch it later on because I have it recorded. So I will. And here's what sucks: when you're at the stadium, you know the score, right?
Yeah,
so
you'll probably if you're going to be at an NFL state. I know you're going to go to like tailgate party. What are you going to do? Like because you're going to the Browns game.
I'm going to be in the suite.
Okay, so you can probably get the. I'm sure they have the NFL ticket in the building.
No, I know, but I'm saying I'm be at the game. I want to watch the game.
I know, but your game is until 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm be in the hotel. I'll watch it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought I thought it started at 1.
No.
It's weird for, and think about this. It's pretty weird. It's pretty weird for an East Coast game on the first weekend to start at 4.
Because it's Fox's game of the week because it's Tom Brady.
All right. Well, maybe I'll run into old Tom.
Couple Michigan Wolverines.
Yeah.
Tell him I said go to hell.
I will.
Leroy's seeing 2 of my favorites this week. He's the honorary captain this week. Frog Boy is Derek Jeter for the Texas Michigan game. So deadbeat Jeets and Tom Brady. A lot of rings.
I could parlay that. Parlay. That's a parlay right there.
1 o'clock, Leroy. The Steelers.
I'll be watching it. I'll be watching.
Next up, 1 o'clock. Steelers at Falcons. By the way, a little news here. Russell Wilson is limited. He's got a little tweaked calf. And so possible that
I'm telling you right now, if Justin Fields starts the first game, Russell Wilson will not play.
Oh.
Facts.
Well, Sierra might want to get her 1-2 step on and start rubbing out that calf.
Okay.
Making sure he's all right.
Hey.
Come on.
Seems like a point. Seems like a point to me.
Seems like he has like
Point.
The fact,
Tobin.
what makes it so amazing is that we got our honorary intangible coming up with these.
Yep.
Right?
By the way, speaking of intangibles, how about the fullback on the Chiefs? Long hair intangible with a pet alligator.
That's crazy.
I mean, you want to talk intangibles.
Yep.
Anyway, Steelers, Falcons tickle your fancy?
No, not really. No, not really. It's
Understood.
Steelers, Falcons, and
Fancy.
no matter how bad the Steelers are going to look, some kind of way they're going to be in the hunt at the end of the year. And that drives me crazy that they can be that bad and that good at the same time.
1 o'clock, the Cardinals visit the Bills. Buffalo's a 6.5-point favorite at home. Tickle your fancy?
You know what? I'm going to pull a Tobin here. I'm waiting for the crash. I'll look to see if the crash is going to happen. It may not happen this week, right?
It'll be hard to tell for week 1.
Right. Well, against the Cardinals.
I will say, though, you got a Buffalo team that lost a lot of defensive pieces.
That's what I'm saying.
Marvin Harrison Jr. Let's go, dude. Put on the show. 1 o'clock, Titans visit the Bears. Leroy, Caleb Williams debut. Tickle your fancy? Chicago's a 3.5-point favorite at home.
I'll keep a little looky-loo. There's a lot of people that are saying that the Bears might be a playoff team. but I'm more interested in seeing what Caleb Williams. It's weird to me when you see these guys coming out of college and you watch them in college and they end up being the first pick and you go, I don't see it.
Bill Belichick was pretty critical of Caleb Williams on Inside the NFL yesterday. He said not an impressive preseason, inaccurate with a couple of flash plays.
Right.
I was like,
here. Well, because keep in mind, if there's one thing that Bill Belichick had for 20 years, it's a consistent quarterback.
That's true.
So when you see a guy that's all over the place, he's going to feel a certain way because he was blessed with consistency at that position for an extremely long period of time.
Speaking of those bastards, the Patriots visit the Bengals. Cincinnati's an 8.5-point favorite. Leroy, taking your fancy?
Here's what I hate. Man, I want the coach to do well. He's got a bad situation.
Yep.
And they're gonna get and I'll always feel good about the Patriots getting ran up because the bill is due.
The bill is due.
Right. They had a lot of years of success.
Yep.
But I don't want it to be at the expense of him.
Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so I'm torn. But I'll look, you ever see one of those crashes where you don't really want to look at it, but you can't not look at it?
Yeah.
That's how I'll be.
1 o'clock AFC South matchup. The Houston Texans, everyone's sneaky darling this year. They visit the Indianapolis Colts. Houston is a 3-point road favorite. Tickle your fancy?
No, but I will say this.
Fancy, not tickled.
Houston went from the easiest schedule in the NFL to the most difficult. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
1 o'clock, the Carolina Panthers visit your childhood team, the New Orleans Saints, who are 4-point favorites in the Superdome, home of the Super Bowl. Does that tickle your fancy?
It's a tickle fight. Like, it's two teams in that division, right?
Fancy, not tickled.
It's a damn tickle fight. Like, I don't know who's good, who's not. I don't know what the Saints have versus what Carolina has. Like, they took Young, and it's about time, like, okay, let's see it.
1 o'clock. This is probably the worst one on the slate. Vikings at Giants.
No.
Me neither.
No.
No.
Fancy, not
if you had
tickled.
McCarthy,
Yes.
that's a different story.
Exactly.
4:05. We get to the late games. 4:05. The Las Vegas Raiders visit your former quarterback, Jim Harbaugh, and his Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers 3-point favorites at home. Take your fancy?
It'll I'll keep an eye on it because I'm interested to see what Jim's going to do with a team that had talent.
Yep.
And for some reason, you can say what you want about the Raiders, like, oh my goodness, like you just can you take the Raiders serious?
With their quarterback who does lunges in the nude in the locker room, Gardner Minshew?
Right.
I can't say I see them as a threat.
Okay.
But I'm happy Christian Wilkins got his money on.
Yep.
4:05, the Denver Broncos starting Bo Nix. They are going to be in Seattle taking on the Seahawks. Seahawks are a 6-point favorite at home, Leroy. The Dolphins' week 3 opponent. Does that game tickle your fancy?
Not really. I'm interested to see what Bo Nix does. But I think as much as I was a fan of Sean Payton, these last couple of years have kind of soured me.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
4:25, the other Fox game, Commanders at Bucks. Tampa Bay is 3.5 point.
What?
Fair enough.
No.
And I never got to
yourself.
Right.
You don't want to see Jaden Daniels?
And we saw him. I saw him in preseason.
Yeah.
Got some skills.
It's still the Redskins, though.
Well, it's not.
Well, they're not anymore.
I mean, the Commanders.
And then the other 4:25 game, you'll be there. Cowboys at Browns. Cleveland's a 2.5-point favorite. Take your fancy?
Yeah. I'm
My fancy is tickled.
I'm shocked they're favorites. I just think these teams are pretty even, And
then finally, our prime timers. 8:20, the LA Rams visit the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
Detroit's a
I wanna see
4.5
that.
point favorite. Take your fancy.
That's two teams that supposedly gonna be in the hunt at the end of the year. So yeah. I want to see if Detroit can still keep it going, or were they just that flash in the pan?
My fancy is tickled.
And then finally, Monday Night Football. The New York Jets are in San Francisco to take on the 49ers. San Francisco's a 4.5 point favorite.
Not enough.
Oh, you're calling blowout?
Yeah.
Wow. All right. There you go. Leroy's calling. Does it tickle your fancy?
My fancy is
Yes.
tickled.
I don't know how much of it I'll see because you know I'm flying out at 5:45. I'm coming directly to the station. Then I'm going home after that. I might be out. So
well, something tells me a Tuesday morning they'll talk about it a lot on Jet Up.
Oh, I won't be able to see it. And how about this?
I was about to hit you. Yep.
Here,
Yep.
let me go back. This might be one of the most incredible things ever. Per Barry Jackson, DirecTV, which isn't carrying ESPN and 17 other networks because of a contract dispute, announced today that it's raising prices
incredible
$2 to $10 per month for its satellite and streaming service subscribers.
I genuinely don't understand why.
And I replied, only in America can a company give less service and charge more.
Incredible. We'll take a break. Get you caught up with your headlines. That is Tickle My Fancy. Back after this.
The man when I walk through. Ain't saying what you saying when I walk through.
All right, welcome back. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you. Leroy, get a weather update from the Demesman.
You sure can.
Firm, youraccidentattorneys.com. Free consultation 24/7. Call them at 866-954-MORE.
I think yesterday was the first time in a month we didn't really get any rain.
It was a clean day yesterday.
Clean day. Looking outside right now, it is partly to mostly cloudy. Winds are light at 5 to 10 miles an hour out of the east-southeast. Mm-hmm. And I would say it's about 88, 89 degrees, but I see a couple of clouds that look rather ominous. So just pay attention for a little stray shower.
All right. How do you do, Frog Boy?
It is indeed 88 degrees at the moment. You got winds east, southeast, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Partly cloudy. Rain is at 6% chance, so we may have another dry day.
Yep.
All right.
Tomorrow, scattered thunderstorms.
Of course. Yeah, right on
the weekend. Yeah.
Headlines are brought to you by Doral Hyundai. Choose from 1,300 new Hyundai models in the inventory, like the Tucson, the Sonata, the Palisade. Remember, when it comes to a Hyundai, the great deals are at Doral Hyundai. Dolphins open up their season on Sunday against the Jacksonville Jaguars at 1 o'clock. The big news today, Jalen Ramsey, he signs a new deal with the team. And so Mike McDaniel says, crazy coincidence, hamstring. Feeling a little bit better. He's going to test it out today. Wild. I mean,
test it out.
Who could see that?
Hey. Watch how good that hammy working when he got that munion. He just got that damn check.
Jaylen Waddle, the other Jalen on the team, he has given a shout out on the gram to Jalen Ramsey. Do you have that for us, JFig? Here was Jalen Waddle who gave a little nod. Both guys getting their munion on this off season. Puts a MF and dog. Congrats, brother.
Nice.
Brother.
That's a move. I mean, it's shocking that it happened now and so secretly the way that they did it, but it's the right move at the end of the day.
It's the same thing that happened with Tyreek.
Yeah, I feel like we kind of, I think we kind of had the idea. Did Tyreek miss practice?
No.
I don't think he did. I think he was out there. He didn't have a wink.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell because they don't practice with him anyway. Vet days every other day, so it's hard to tell.
I saw like that injury report, like vet days. Week 1. What do you mean? Vet days. Crazy, dude. Mike McDaniel. But, it does get off to a fast start, so hopefully it keeps going. Number 12, Miami Hurricanes take on FAMU tomorrow. 6 o'clock coverage on 560 WQM begins at 2 with our pregame coverage. Hollywood and Brian Monroe will get you set for all the action. Joe Zagacki, Don Bailey Jr. with the call for the Canes home opener. Hope that looks to be a nice packed building. I'm going to try and get out there next week. I'd like to go see the Canes for the first time this year. But I will not make it out this weekend. But I am hoping next weekend. They got Ball State next weekend.
They do. And Tailgate TV has returned.
Oh,
that's it. We got new prizes and games this year, baby.
Wow. How about that?
Yeah.
And then finally, Rudy Gobert has clapped back at Shaquille O'Neal. No, he has not retired. Got too much munion coming his way.
Yeah.
Shaq was asked on a podcast about who is the worst player in the NBA of all time. And he responded, Rudy Gobert. Ben Simmons is another bum.
Wow. You put Rudy Gobert in the same. That's unfair. He has won Defensive Player of the Year.
4 times.
4 times. I mean, it can't be terrible.
Rudy has responded and said, it is sad to see someone that is accomplished as Shaq, both in sport and business, to still be triggered by another man's finances and accomplishments. I get the entertainment part, but unlike other folks, you don't need to say stuff to stay relevant.
I mean, regardless of what we think of him, other than pissing off Donovan Mitchell and rubbing on his head like right after this whole COVID thing, usually handles this criticism pretty well.
He does. He cried because he didn't make the All-Star team one time, and it was some aggressive boo-hooing too, dude.
It was. I mean,
and he like fell into the backdrop.
But how does the defensive player of the year not make the All-Star?
It's a lot.
It's the West. The West has a lot of good players.
How does the defensive player of the year not even make the All-Star team?
I think wasn't it the first 2 years because they started doing the player draft and everybody took him last both years.
Yeah, because I mean, listen, he's kind of an eyesore at times because he does what he does. He is 2024 Dennis Rodman.
Not a good look,
right? But then you know what I mean? Like what he does, you can't expect a whole bunch of scoring from him, even though he may score a lot. So he's just there for defensive purposes.
Nobody likes him. I don't tell you, dude.
Yeah, nobody likes him. But
hey, he's a key to the piece of the future for Project AntBam because he's going to annoy the holy hell out of Anthony Edwards so much that Ant will ask out of Minnesota to Miami. So
what did you just call it?
Project AntBam.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
No.
What do you mean, dude?
Tobin! Right? The fact that you did that is all I can hear is stay hydrated, champ.
We'll talk some Canes. Michael Yo. He's going to join us next.
This hour
coming. Cap D coming, 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 Cap D coming.
All right, welcome back, everybody. It is Tobin and Leroy here with you. It's 560 WQAM. We take you guys up until 2, streaming live on YouTube and Twitch. Miami 560 WQAM is the handle there. You guys can go subscribe and stream it live on the Odyssey app. Miami Hurricanes are taking on FAMU this weekend after an incredible opening week win against the Florida Gators. Let's go out to the Toyota of Hollywood guest line. Shop hundreds of Toyotas indoors in one of America's largest showrooms at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. He is going to be at the Miami Improv this Friday and Saturday. 2 shows, a South Florida radio legend and a great comedian. You guys can check him out. Also, with the Comics on Canes podcast, Michael Yo joined us. Michael, how are you doing, man? Thank you for joining us.
What I'm so excited. It's all about you, man. I haven't felt this way in 22 years. I became a Miami Hurricanes fan in 2001 because that's when I moved to Miami. They won the national championship. My good friend Mark Stoops was the defensive back coach, so I was on the field and the VIP little glass thing at the Orange Bowl. So I haven't felt this way in 22 years, man, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited, man.
Mike, you did get a little taste of it when they beat Notre Dame a few years ago, though, right?
No, but no, the difference is I never believed it. I got to be honest with you.
Okay.
I've always been a guy that looks at, like, how many players going to go pro on the team? And they didn't have any, really, right? This team, you're going to have 5 to 10 people go pro, get drafted. I mean, it's just a different level. You know what I mean? Even after they scored that 71-yard touchdown, it was so dominant. They were so overmatched, Florida was. I wasn't even worried. I haven't felt that. You know what I mean? Where we just overmatched teams.
Did you, in the offseason, did you allow yourself to get excited about Cam Ward? Because, we've heard, the QB hype stories before. Derek King had a little bit of it. But, man, he looked next level. I wasn't ready to dive in and wrap my arms around it until I saw him just swaggering all over the Gators.
Well, my thing is I believed at the beginning because I believe Canes fans, we have PTSD. But I believe this year, since Mario got there, you see what he's building. And I always say this year's team is not last year's team. If that was the case, FSU would be still undefeated, right? So you can't worry. We have so much PTSD that we can't focus on this year. And people are already saying, oh, they're going to lose a game. They shouldn't lose. Why? Because you're thinking about the past. I think about right now, and there's never been a better team than they have right now in the last 22 years.
Oh, so, you sound like you should, have a little talk to maybe Dolphins too. Because they still talking about haven't been to the playoffs for 20 years.
Well, Dolphins, though, the problem with the Dolphins, they're not building the trenches enough where they can win in cold weather. That's the only problem I have. If it's hot outside, they're gonna kill you. But if it's cold outside, that's where I worry, man. Can Tua play in the snow? Can he really play in the snow? We don't know. We don't know. Right now, today, it's 91 in Miami? Yes, they will run all over you. It will be a track meet. But can they go to someplace when it's 30 below or just 0 or 20 degrees? Can they play in that? We'll see this year. I hope so, but we'll see.
What's your plan to watch the game? Are you going to have the iPad going in the green room this weekend at the Improv? How do you plan on watching Canes FAMU?
So I got to tell you, I nailed the score 41-17 and told, on my podcast, I said exactly how the game was going to go. The clip went viral, over 500,000 views. This week, I'm going to the tailgate just to see the team walk in because I don't live in Miami. So I want to see that. And then, I'll be watching it on an iPad when the game starts because I got to be at the club. So, but my score prediction this week, 68-13. But I got to be honest with you. I really want them to score one more point than Florida, but I don't think they can get 18 points. How great of a narrative, how great of a storyline, how great for recruits that we could brag Florida's fan base will be FAMU scored more than us against Miami. I think that's just phenomenal. If I was Mario, I would just let it happen because they would get trolled so bad. Can you imagine? FAMU scoring more points than Florida. Oh, my God, that would be beautiful for recruiting. That would be beautiful social media. And let me tell you, Miami fans, best trolls in the business. Best trolls in the business.
It can't be no worse than all of the fans, all of the players recruiting their recruits at their stadium on the way out.
How dumb was that to put the recruits next to the Miami exit and entrance of that? It was so funny. They were shaking hands and stuff. But the one, I don't know his name. I didn't look up his name. Number 55, when he walked by and goes, "Don't come here. Don't come here." Man, I was dying, man. And I love that story where national, because now DJ Pickett has already visited the school on Monday, and he's coming to the FAMU game. Man, we get DJ Pickett. We get Moore coming to the school that committed to Florida. I think we're going to be great. Joshua Moore, we get him, man. We'll be in business, man.
I'm not sure if I love that more or just the random Florida Gator that ended up in the bushes during one of the touchdowns. Yeah.
Did you see the meme where they put Bart Simpson's head on him? Did you see that? So the Bart Simpson meme when he disappears in the bushes?
Yeah, the Homer one. Yeah, where he walks backward.
Yeah. They put Homer's head on the dude, like in the bushes in Florida, and that meme took off. Oh man, it was so funny, man. Like I said, Miami has the best trolls.
What's worse, two Florida Gators blocking each other, or that?
Oh, it's got to be the bush, because the bush is going to be. Let's be honest, you don't want to be that dude, because the rest of your life, your friends will just hit you up with that picture every once in a while, right? That's you. That's you in the bush. What are you in? Did you see how the recruits looked at him, though? They're like, "What's this dude?"
Michael Yo's going to be at the Miami Improv tonight and tomorrow. He's got 2 shows each night. You guys can go check him on out. I want to ask you this. Marco's our producer. He lets us know sometimes the comedians have a very exquisite requests. What is the most crazy thing that you need in the green room? Like, are you one of these comedians that needs something crazy? Because he's showing us fancy steaks sometimes that he has to go run and get. I won't name names, but what is the fanciest thing you need in your green room before a show?
Celsius. That's it. I'm very bored. Fruit plate and Celsius. Like, I'm easy. All these clubs like, that's all you want? Like, yeah, I'm easy. I don't need anything. I don't need anything at all. But I just like to have fun and come on out if you want to come to the show at Miami Improv, 2 tonight, 2 tomorrow. But also, let's support those Canes, man. We're doing it this year, baby.
Absolutely. Michael, thanks for the time, man. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, man. Talk to y'all soon.
There
Bye.
you go. Go check him out. Comics on Canes podcast as well.
Now, that dude seems like you get him on the tailgate, you having a good time.
Yeah,
right?
Man.
I'm going to try to find him tomorrow. I'm not going to lie to you.
Hey, so is he one of the comedians that's like fun to work with? Like, he's just chill, nice, laid back, good dude, normal, nothing extravagant, nothing fancy, chit chat, talk about the Canes before his show.
Yeah, and he did radio in Miami for a long time, so he kind of feels like he's at home and relaxed there.
Yeah, I always wonder, like, is this like special for him to come back down here, or whenever he goes on tour, does he always make sure he has a stop in Miami?
I think everybody wants to stop down here.
A lot of people find their way back to Miami somehow,
right?
Especially in those winter months.
They're like, but he's totally right though. He is the guy who's like, yeah, I'll order something off the menu, some water, some fruit is fine. I don't have to get up a size 12 white on white Air Force.
The one that he showed us yesterday was crazy.
Wait. The funniest thing is that.
Have you gotten everything, by the way?
No, but no, because I don't have to do it. Thank God. The general manager though called me yesterday, like really, really nervous about the entire situation.
Hey, so he opened up his little phone because he got one of them dumb phones, right? He opened up his phone and he goes, "Look at this." It's like, and I'm just thinking, Mike saying, "I only need 2 things."
He doesn't need 2 whole chickens.
Yeah, exactly. But no, organic
from Whole Foods.
Whole Foods.
Yeah, the seaweed snacks. Like, what are we doing here?
You should just get Fresh Market just to be a pain in the ass.
I should. Oh, there's a Fresh Market right next to the Improv too. So
we're like, oh, samesies though, right? And he goes, no, not samesies.
Maybe I'll get a chicken from the outside of the Citadel and I'll bring it in. I'll be like, nothing fresher than this, bro.
Just cooked. It's fresh.
Yeah, this is good.
That is
good.
Man.
So that's
I can't wait. I just want to see, like, obviously, like, look, I don't know what you want to break down with Canes and FAMU. I just want to continue to see.
You want to see is you want to see them continue to build at every level. We saw good things last week against a great opponent. The old Canes will look sluggish in parts of this game. So I want to see this game start. I want to see you dominate because you are the better team. And by halftime, I want to see guys I never heard of in the game.
Did you also notice, Leroy? No swag penalties last week.
No swag penalties.
No
Yeah.
pre, no post snap penalties by the Canes.
Yep.
Very disciplined.
Very disciplined, which is another good thing. But dude, Mike was right about one thing. You will never live it down that you ended up in the bushes.
Dude.
Like, how do you end up in the bushes?
Not only does he never gonna live that down, but like whenever the Gators, if they ever get back on game day, like there's going to be a fathead of that guy in the bushes. That's gonna happen.
Like, I mean, like he's holding his hands up, like, how in the hell did I get here? Look, they ain't even looking at the touchdown. This guy looking. Let's get a picture of the bush guy.
There, dude. He's
deep in there. Like, I'm surprised that he ain't even getting like stuck or nothing. Like, those bushes look like they're pretty soft and you know what I mean?
Ridiculous. How do they keep ending up in those situations?
He better have some success somewhere in life so he can just laugh at the bush.
Yeah, because like, look, we've all like everybody who's rooted for college, not Leroy lately, but like everybody who's rooted for their college team, you got embarrassing losses. I mean, the Canes have Middle Tennessee State not that long ago, and not taking a knee. But there's just something about how the Gators, they not only embarrass themselves with bad losses, but also bad actions in said losses that just add on to it.
Nothing will be more funnier than the two Gators blocking themselves.
Yeah, crazy.
Right? Because I'm trying to think. One of them said to him, hey, man, we're on the same team. You stop. No, you stop first. You stop. You stop. And they just keep blocking each other.
Reminds me of like watching a National Geographic where like two rams on a mountain like get caught in their horns. They're like,
yeah, pretty much.
Davey says FIU beating the Canes. Yeah, that is the all-time.
Right? Yeah, that's another one.
Thank you, Manny.
Was Cristobal the coach?
No, that was Manny.
No, I'm talking about FIU.
No, that was Butch Davis.
Oh, okay.
He was Oregon at that time.
Okay.
That was Butch Davis. Butch Davis off of wishing that he got the Canes job over Mark Richt. He was not happy about not getting the job again.
Right.
So, but, you know, nothing like losing to that team. And then the FIU Panthers, I think losing what, like 12 straight, 13 straight after that too?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because they had to return their shoulder pads. That's
good
why.
luck. Hey, enjoy that, Duke. You know, you got a real gem at head coach there for the Duke Blue Devils. You know,
come on, dude.
Part of me always just wants to blame on Chop Robinson's lack of sacks just on Manny Diaz too. I'm like, yeah, I had to do something with him. He had to have a hand in it somehow.
I mean, like, I think that's the only thing. Like, he would have probably got drafted a lot higher if he had any sacks.
Yeah,
because he was
a physical freak at the combine and all that stuff.
But one of the things they said is that he doesn't set the edge, and I think it has more to do with the way they play defense, because the same thing could be said for Micah Parsons.
Hopefully, which is also a Penn State guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
did Manny Diaz get Micah Parsons? That feels like a long time ago.
I don't think so.
I think he was probably losing to FIU when Micah Parsons was at Penn State.
Very true. Very true.
Wait, was that the game where he said Alabama lost to?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That's him. Yep.
Yeah, but they won 4 championships since. Like
2 years ago. You know what? He had a bunch of them. Didn't he get shut out by La Tech?
Oh, yeah, that was in a bowl, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah,
it was. Manny Diaz.
Love him.
Still coaching.
Well, yeah, he is. He is. Yes, yet again, he is coaching. We'll take a break. Mix things up. Coming up next. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Oh, hello, Jennifer.
Hello, Jennifer.
Hi, guys.
Are you excited that Whiskey, Stars, and Cigars is coming up on Wednesday, September 25th?
I'm actually excited. I'd like to see how that works out.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
It is presented by Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall. Enjoy a fine whiskey, a good cigar, Dolphins, Canes, Heat, and Panthers conversation with the WQM on-air staff. You can even meet the murderer herself. Ask her about her tactics. How did she get rid of Washington? We'll never know unless you come to Whiskey, Stars, and Cigars.
My cigar was cooked, all right.
If you guys want to come, it's free to attend. All you have to do is RSVP at WQAM.com. Get you an invite and a complimentary cigar. You must be over 21, drink responsibly, and you guys can come out and talk sports with us at Whiskey, Stars, and Cigars Wednesday, September 25th at Smoke on the Water in Weston. Presented by Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall and sponsored by the injury law firm of Cohen and Judah. Let us get, ladies and gentlemen, to the mixed bag. The mixed bag brought to you by Brown Health. Well into your future. What do you got today for us, Frog Boy?
Well, got a little more from last night's game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is King Frog himself. Patrick Mahomes. He has his reaction to being saved by a stinking toe.
Definitely nerve-wracking. Because it looked good from my angle on the sideline, but then the first view you saw, you could see the cleat. So that's a great football team, and I'm sure we'll see him again at some point in the playoffs. So now we're happy with the win now, and he's got to wear white cleats next time. That's my advice for him.
Funny one.
So okay. Can you do that? Can you because I know the NBA requires you to wear certain shoes. I know the NFL has its own rules. Can you just wear white cleats if the rest of your team isn't?
Here's how it works. When the season starts, your team declares what color shoes you're wearing. And then you have to wear whatever brand you wear of that color. So if the team declared black, then you have to wear a version of black shoes.
Oh, there you go. All right.
So you can't just wear white shoes then.
Not if the team is declared we're going to wear black.
Nah. All right.
Very sensitive. What else you got, Raheem Tostert?
Damn it. He's still good. There's no traffic today. I don't understand. I have some from the Dolphins who are prepping for their game against the Jags this weekend. I have the beater of science himself, Mr. Jaylen Phillips.
Wow.
Who says, honestly, I'm not shocked that I beat science.
I don't know. I don't ever really think that I didn't think that I was going to be, out until halfway through the season. I kind of figured the doctors told me that, I could potentially be back early. So that was kind of always my mindset that I was going to be back for week 1. So I wouldn't be really surprised. My body has taken care of me and I've taken care of my body. So it's been great.
Sounds like we got it straight from the monster's mouth because he said.
And what did the doctor say?
He said could be back, which
There's
means
a possibility.
But
it's always a possibility.
If I could reenact what the doctor said,
yeah,
Jaylen, you could get back early. You're gonna have to beat science.
That's right.
Which is exactly what he did.
Hey, when JFig winks, it's like 5 to 10 miles per hour. But then
all right.
Whoosh.
Super guy.
Your hair went like this.
That's his way of saying hello, JFig.
Yeah.
Hello, exactly. Jennifer.
Okay, I know he misses me.
Got anything else there, Jordan Tadpolyer?
What? How? Okay, show me your notes or something.
He keeps writing. You see him, right?
I like it, dude.
Off to the side.
I got some more from Jalen Phillips real quick before we move on from the beater of science. Just has one more claim to make about his alma mater before we move on.
Your
from him.
former team didn't have too many kings in the opening game.
Yeah, they're doing great. Hey, Kings are back, baby. I'm stamping it now.
Yeah.
Ooh, he stamped it. He said it. He said it, not me. He said it.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, real good.
That's good.
Yeah, I got some more from the bob and weave defense.
Gives
too.
me some goosies, this Jaelan Phillips, you know? Good
Yeah.
guy.
Handsome, beater of science.
Yep.
Loves the Canes. What
Loves
more
the
do I need?
Canes. What else? Saves raccoons.
Oh, that's right.
That's true.
That's probably ill-advised, but you know.
Yeah.
They do carry rabies.
Yeah, it's probably ill-advised, but you can't help what you are, which is a nice man.
Iguana and toilet. That happened, right?
Sure did.
Man, he's had an eventful summer, dude. For a guy,
Where does he live? In the rainforest?
I don't know.
Dude, these iguanas are taking over everywhere, especially where there's probably condos. Oof.
Yeah.
Big mistake.
True.
Because they're gonna burro and find their way into some pipes.
Oof.
No bueno. Because you know a lot of these communities, they probably have like some little cute lake that they built, right? And then there's the pipe that goes right to the toilet pipes, and there you go. Pooped on an iguana.
Well, okay. That's not how that works.
What do you mean?
No.
Your toilet water is not attached to the lake outside your condo, you idiot.
Okay, dude. You believe that?
So where does the stuff go out? In that lake?
Exactly.
So there's poop lakes outside of condos.
Not me.
Now we're on the same page here.
It's like the great George Costanza says, it's all pipes, you know? It's all pipes. They all lead. It's like Mario Brothers. You don't know where the pipe's gonna go. Pooped on iguana.
Oh.
What is wrong with you?
I think my pipes are attached to my pool though, because I feel like I'm bathing in chlorine. It's very, very strange and alarming.
Oh man, give us some more there, Croak Kamara.
What? Okay. What? Mo Kamara. Okay. I was like, what the hell does Alvin Kamara have to do with anything? More from the bob and weave defense. Anthony Weaver. So you have faith, dude. All right. You need to have faith. And he does in the potential replacements for Jalen Ramsey, that being Ethan Bonner and Storm Duck.
Guys listed injured, the guys behind them we have just as much faith in. Otherwise, they wouldn't be here. So let's take Jalen, for example. If Jalen doesn't play, opportunity for Ethan Bonner, opportunity for a young player like Storm Duck. Like these are opportunities for guys who have earned their way on this roster who, you know what, like you wouldn't be here and we wouldn't even think about putting you on defense if we didn't think you can play. So regardless of who steps out there, I don't care who starts. I want to know who finishes. I've said that before. And I think all those guys can finish.
All right.
Wow. Hold on.
Right.
Wow.
Hold on.
Football.
Hold on.
Sorry.
That's all fine and dandy. But you know his ass is right after he got done with that, asking Jalen what's his status.
Yeah. And then Jalen's status was, Munyon, dude! That's my status!
Yeah.
So go take out Bob and Weave for a coffee.
Coffee?
I don't know.
What?
Can't get too crazy. It's game week.
Yeah. All right.
Does Jalen Ramsey strike you as like a Frappuccino guy?
No.
Nah, me neither. Me neither.
Nah, he strikes me as very normal though. Like I don't see him doing anything elaborate.
I don't see him drinking coffee.
Yeah, I don't see that either.
Really?
Yeah.
Not a coffee drinker, huh? Interesting. Interesting. Well, we got anything else in the mixed bag there, Marcos?
Oh, my name.
Caught off guard there.
Apologize, Hop Robinson.
Oh, okay. All right. That's good. Oh, that's funny, Leroy. Oh, you think it's real funny, huh?
Point for
Hey, all he had to do was remove one letter.
That was good. That's fun.
That was the first one on the list.
This is hearing from Mr. Jaylen Waddle. Tyreek Hill recently claimed that he would have an all-pro season, although my bet doesn't reflect that. This is what Jaylen Waddle had to
Yeah, I
say.
expect a lot. I expect him to be him. And, lead us, man. He got a lot of character, and it translates to Sunday. So going out there playing with that higher energy, make it a little better.
He pegged you as all-pro this year, you know.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, man. Like I said, reaches. Y'all know he's just going to say whatever.
Oh, okay.
Is he lying?
He is. That's true. It's a fair thing. Tyreek Hill, he'll just say whatever.
He'll just say whatever.
He does.
Even if it's complimenting me, he just says whatever sometimes. I like it.
Anthony Walker. Great job.
What?
Oh man.
I was watching a clip from Jimmy Kimmel that was highlighting Ted Cruz at the Texas A&M game, and he started off the sentence talking about Ted Cruz, but he's like half man, half amphibian, and I was like, "What? I can't escape this, dude!" What's up, what else?
Wow.
Yeah,
He's one of you.
I see.
Tyree. It would be pretty hard for the Dolphins to have 2 All-Pros, right? Like that's All-Pro, not Pro Bowl, like All-Pro. It's it's only 2 spots.
Wow. The Vikings almost did it
with
Chris Carter,
and Randy Moss.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're talking like it needs to be a generational season.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you got 2 guys who are getting paid like they're generational talents.
Fair point.
And if Tua throws for 5,000, is it not possible?
It is possible.
It's only 400 more yards.
Dates off Julian Gill.
Damn it. It's also good.
Do frogs have gills?
They do.
Yeah, so how you gonna give them a point with a fact that is not accurate?
I don't need accuracy. I just need funny. It was good.
You got it, Lester Hoppin.
I think we should go to break now.
I want to see his notes.
That's good. Just goes through the whole roster. I just don't understand.
Let's ever call it Tua Tagovailoa.
No, I went Sticky Tagovailoa.
We just start throwing candy at him, and he's like,
Well,
no, don't do that.
You know where he lives?
Where?
In the Japan, Holland.
Okay. Okay. All right. Damn it, Leroy! You can't even every other time. Leroy has a problem with it. How he's not refuting anything.
He's kind of in a silly mood today. I think it's because he's getting ready to travel.
No, I'm like, you know why I hate traveling? Because when I pack to travel, I have to call Big Spoon 27 times. Where is my crap?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then she answers with the one thing that she knows will make me blow a gasket. It's where it belongs.
It's true though.
Where is that?
Oh yeah.
Where do you put your stuff, Leroy?
No, she puts it.
That's
why I'm calling her.
Is she Willy Wonka? She has like clues.
So if I have a tracksuit, right? I like to wear my little tracksuit to travel. Easy pack, boom, boom, boom. Right? I pick up the hanger. It feels light. The jacket's there, but not the pants. So if I call and say, where are the pants to where they belong?
Where do they belong?
Couldn't you just say where they were with the same answer?
Oh man, we'll take a break. Final hour coming up back after this.
WQAM.
Welcome back, everybody. It is Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. Let us get to our final hour of headlines here, brought to you by Doral Hyundai. At Doral Hyundai, choose from over 1,300 new Hyundai models in inventory like the Tucson, Sonata, and Palisade. Remember, when it comes to Hyundai, the great deals are at Doral Hyundai. Miami Dolphins, of course, getting ready for their Week 1 matchup against the Jacksonville Jaguars. If you guys have missed the news of the day, it happened in the first hour of the program today, right before Mike McDaniel spoke to the media. Jalen Ramsey and the Miami Dolphins agree on a new deal, 3-year extension that is worth $24.1 million. That makes him the highest paid cornerback in the league. It totals 72.3, and the Ramsey is guaranteed to earn $55.3 million starting this season. So that will make him, according to Marcel Louis-Jacques of ESPN, the highest earning cornerback in league history. I believe he passes Darrelle Revis. Oh, Revis, he could fleece you. He's king of the shake.
1-year deals did he sign?
King of the shakedown. He was good.
Jets, Patriots.
Tampa? Do you do Tampa?
Tampa?
There was a Tampa in there. I feel like he did Tampa in there.
There was a Tampa in there.
I feel like there was a Tampa in there.
Yeah.
Another guy who's looking for his munyon is Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase is addressing his situation with the media today on where things stand. This was a little bit of number one from the Cincinnati Bengals. And what do you have to say?
For a contract or demand a contract this year, it was told by the staff prior to the offseason, right before camp. So I'm open, I'm ready.
Just to follow up on that, where are you at in terms of your contract status, and do you expect to play on Sunday?
Contract status pretty good, for real. I want to say we're off a little bit, but you know it's in reach. But we'll see by game day.
How much of a wear mentally has this been on you, draining, just the whole process and everything, all the attention and everything?
I can say it's been a long process. You know, it's been pretty aggravating for the most part, but I try not to let my feelings get in the way, bringing it to work and affecting the guys that's practicing.
Was it challenging not to talk at all during this process?
To the media? No, I didn't want to talk to y'all at all. Yeah, if I'm being honest.
If I'm honest.
Hey, wait a minute. He said, I didn't want to be a distraction to other players. You showed up in pajamas.
That, by the way, the video courtesy of the Cincinnati Enquirer as he speaks to the media. But there you go. Yeah, hopefully.
Wasn't Maury out of Cincinnati?
Maury Povich? Wasn't it? No, I think Jerry Springer wasn't
Jerry
he?
Springer. He was the
mayor of Cincinnati.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You always get those two confused, Leroy.
Yeah, didn't you kill Maury Povich?
Yeah, he
or is
did.
Maury Povich dead?
Oh, come on.
That was a great no.
Oh, God.
Oh, no. Jerry
That
Springer died. And Leroy hits us
Oh,
with-
this is it right. This is it. Oh, God. This is good.
Oh, no.
Oh no!
Jerry Springer died.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I figured you would have found out during the show.
You are not the father.
That's
the
Maury.
wrong.
That's not-
No
that's-
way.
That's Maury
dude.
Povich, dude.
Jesus.
I love the way you guys all got on me with just a sense of disgust.
The way that all unfolded.
Right.
You were so confident with that one.
I was so confident too.
Yeah. Jerry Springer was definitely trashier than Maury Povich. I mean, Maury Povich, there's something about his classless television that had a class to it. You know, he's just like fat babies and baby tests. I don't know. There's something about like Jerry was like, you know, Maury just came out there and did the thing. Jerry had people chanting for him. You know, it was like the Hillbilly Olympics.
Jerry Springer was like the first gotcha television show.
Yep.
Yeah. At one point, though, it was above Oprah in regards to ratings. Like, it was hot. It really was hot at one point.
Crazy.
Good times.
Who didn't watch Jerry Springer? Just for the crash. Right?
Had to. Had to.
So you think your boyfriend cheated on you? Well, let's bring out the girl.
Oh, Jerry. Skip Bayless.
Oh,
he's back in the news. He wants to let everyone know that he left FS1 on his own.
Yeah, sure.
He wanted to be unleashed. This is what he said on his YouTube page. I have waited a long time for this moment. I am finally free. Free to unleash in ways I never have. Free to give every bit of me without boundaries or handcuffs or fear of suspension. I recently left FS1, an exit I had been planning for several months because I wanted to do this. I wanted to be my own boss, to bet on myself, to break free from the TV networks I worked for the past 35 years. For 35 years, I've been told, don't. Careful. I've tiptoed, sidestepped, pulled punches. No more bosses with huge egos and hidden agendas. No more games that have to be played behind closed doors. Now I'm free to be 1000% me.
Can I translate that? I am free to say whatever the hell I want, and because I'm doing the show, nobody's going to question it. Because that's all that boils down to.
And also nobody wanted to hire me.
Right.
Yeah, no one wants to work with him.
I would say -1.
Nobody, like, are you kidding me with how you've treated people and the things you've said about people? You have the audacity to say you've been holding back?
Yeah, Karen says, so you're telling me there's a more annoying version of Skip Bayless that hasn't come out yet?
Yeah, the new update is going to be crazy. What do you think he's going to do? Like his own YouTube or something? Like,
I mean, he has his own YouTube. Like he did a podcast. It's not like he didn't do a podcast before. He did a podcast while it's just now. This is just where he's at. Thank you, David, who says, let's not forget Skip's birthday message for Tobin.
Oh yeah, always gotta remember that. That's your boy. Officially, that's your boy.
He dumped me to go see him.
I didn't dump you.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't dump you. I thought you were going golfing.
No. You ready?
What do you mean? You guys were walking together.
No, that's not true.
Go find something to do. I'm going.
That's not true. That's not how that works. We were at Radio Row.
Hey, no. Because you know how people ask you if you're doing something so they could do what they want.
No,
Yeah,
don't take out your
today.
You're taking out your Metcalf anger on me. That's not how that worked.
He cropped you out.
Yeah,
that's not true. That's
what he did. He cropped me
He
out
is
of
the
the day.
That's not true.
Original
He cropped
cropper.
me out of the day's activities.
Ridiculous.
How do you crop out?
Would your activities been I want to go see Skip Bayless?
No.
Then what are you mad about?
Pissed off you wanted to go.
How dare you?
What a scene.
Was it that?
I was there with Floyd Mayweather Sr. before he went crazy on our Radio Row. He went crazy on our Radio Row the next day too.
Oh.
But he was a show pony that week. It was McGregor Mayweather week.
Oh man, what a week.
Yep.
Big week.
That wasn't worse than naked guy standing on the side of the towel.
Nope. Nope. Or Oscar De La Hoya, who, by the way,
they held up the towel, they held up the sheet, and he's changing over here.
I like how Oscar De La Hoya, since we've had our interview with him, he was looking for pantyhose on Shannon Sharp, and then danced with his wife in a leopard thong Speedo banana hammock, or maybe it was hers. I don't really know, but Oscar, man.
He really was trying to get Shannon. Shannon, you never once wanted to wear women's clothing. And Shannon was like, no, I don't think so.
It's weird because she was a collegiate golfer at Michigan State.
Yeah.
And she worked on the Golf Channel and then for Fox, and now she's OnlyFans.
Yeah, well, God bless them. They need it.
Yeah, man.
He sat in front of us and talked like he was the most normal dude in the world, and you almost kind of believe some of the things he was saying, and then you see video.
Yep.
And you're like, wow, he got us.
Does he have a busy week next week? Is he involved in any of that?
In the Canelo fight?
Yeah.
No. He I want to say that Munguia's fighting 2 weeks from now. So I think that's the next fight he's promoting. Munguia's comeback fight. But no, he doesn't promote Berlanga. But Berlanga's doing enough bleep talking himself. He's been great.
True.
He's been great. He's been doing a great job promoting the fight. And then you got English speaking Canelo, who's hilarious.
Really is the best. Should be good.
Our boy Martin is the translator for Canelo, and he couldn't translate what he was saying at the press conference.
Yeah, he said no.
He goes, he's like, I can't say what he said. But let's just say it involved a kitchen utensil.
Oh my god!
You guys can Google Oscar De La Hoya and kitchen utensils, and then you can gather what can.
It's amazing that all the trash talk that he would talk, but in a different language, we never really got. And then once you start hearing some of the things he said, he actually does talk a lot of trash.
Oh yeah,
A lot.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Oh man, take a break. Back with more after this.
Well, what about these kitchen utensils?
Previously on
Tobin and Leroy.
Hi, Brendan. This is Skip Bayless, the real Skip Bayless, wishing you a happy birthday. Any friend of Joy Taylor's is a friend of mine. I appreciate your support. I hope you have a great birthday, and I do appreciate you hanging in there with me all these years.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Let's get to a game week report, which is sponsored by Miami-Dade County Public Schools Technical Colleges. You ready to level up your career game? MDCPS Technical Colleges have got you covered. Choose from tons of programs, learn from top-notch certified instructors, and get real-world experience. The best part, you can graduate debt-free in just 1 to 2 years. If you're ready to make the move, log on to careerinayear.com or call 305-558-8000. MDCPS Technical Colleges, your best choice for a brighter future. Dolphins, of course, getting ready for their week 1 matchup against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jalen Ramsey signing a new deal today, a monster 3-year, $72.3 million extension, makes him the highest paid cornerback in the league. Pat Surtain's reign lasted 2 days.
Is it safe to say ever?
Cornerback ever?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Because that's what all the contracts now are going to be, right?
I thought you meant by like career earnings too.
No, I meant by highest paid per year ever.
You mean like at any position?
No, just at cornerback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cornerback, yeah. Yeah. He is
Jamar Chase said in so many words, I'm frustrated. We're close, trying to be nice, right? But they ain't close. Because close means you get it done.
Close means it should get it done. And you guys know it's probably like $100 million over whatever Jefferson got, right? So
I mean, who's more important to I would say Jamar Chase is more important to that team because you don't know how many games you're going to get out of Burrow. So you better.
Whoa. You right, buddy?
Yeah, got a little pepper from my wings in my nose.
Oof. Yeah, you were housing some wings just that bad.
I haven't eaten. I've been packing, looking for stuff. Right? So grab a little tasty bite, and then I got to run to the doctor. And I'm going to sit in the parking lot for the doctor and do this interview. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to go about this. Because I need to say something, right?
About
the producer texting my wife.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Like we all get a black book. So how can he say, "Oh, that's the number I had around"? That's
he definitely did. That is definitely a hogwash answer.
Right.
Would it be one I dwell on? No, but I'm not Leroy. Leroy wants the truth, and he won't admit the truth to you.
It's not that. It's just I've been doing this a long time. It's never happened.
Break his legs.
Nah.
What is he hiding?
I'll probably do nothing.
Give him crap on air.
Here's some video via Twitter. This is from Cam Wolf from NFL Network. This is the new highest paid cornerback, Jalen Ramsey.
What is he getting ready for golf?
Just I don't know. That hammy looks pretty rich. Pretty rich.
You know what I'm amazed at? And this is You know what I'm amazed at? And this is no lie. How DBs and cornerbacks today don't get their ankles taped.
Interesting. Well, he definitely looks like he is not going to be weighed down by his wallet this weekend.
He put his money in a satchel.
Yeah.
Got a spring in his step all of a sudden.
Interesting. Guys, so much better.
Yeah.
It was tough, you know.
What kind of hell stretching are they doing?
I have no idea, dude. They look like a bunch of flamingos.
Is that the practice squad on the other side? Oh, no, that's quarterbacks.
Nah, quarterbacks. Yeah.
The red jerseys.
All vet days. Every day's a vet day.
Every day's a vet day. Sundays are not vet days.
I guess I did get vet days.
You definitely would have gotten it under Mike McDaniel.
I got vet days under Denny. And then Bill periodically would just give me a run too hard day. Take a day off.
Okay. Thanks, Bill.
He was like, he said, not in preseason. I'm like, it's the only way I know how to play. Like, what do you want me to do? All right, go sit down.
Speaking of hammies and training, this was fun. So you had you guys familiar with Pelle Larson?
Yeah.
Yes.
Once got shouted out by Jimmy Butler in Sweden. Pretty cool. I didn't think that was going to happen.
Because you trashed him 2 days before.
Well, I didn't know, but it's great to see. Great to see. Shout out. But Pelle, he was impressing his teammate Keyshawn Johnson. Now they were teammates at Arizona together. They're now on the Heat together.
Okay, cool.
But apparently Pelle was impressing Keyshawn because he can stand in a cold tub and dunk himself. And apparently this was very impressive to Keyshawn Johnson.
Go ahead. That's so gangster. Go ahead. That's so gangster. Ooh! In the cold. That's so gangster. There now.
Yeah. His little nuggies are gone.
Well, yeah, that's what happens.
As George Costanza said, they were shrinkage. I wonder if Blue Chew could revive him.
Absolutely. Just use the promo code Pelle. Use the shrimp promo code SHOWPONY.
Did you say shrimp? So, the thing about the ice pool is brutal for like 2 minutes, and then you're numb, and it feels really good.
The fancy ones that have circulate, like, is that the ones that like
the jets
pumping the water?
Oh yeah. It looks just like a hot tub, but it's 45-degree water.
Do they do the pool?
I wasn't impressed.
Why?
It didn't look cold enough.
When I was in Cleveland, when we were in Cleveland, we had one as big as like a jacuzzi at LA Fitness. So you get like 5 or 6 people sit in it.
Anyone pee in that?
No.
What?
Well, just kind of
Mark.
It's a natural reaction. Just saying. I don't know. The water didn't look cold enough, dude. I want like a penguin in there.
Oh, really, dude. I could put the water at.
I think when I took the tour the first time, we touched the water and it was pretty cold.
I can put the water at 55, which is 10 degrees warmer than that, and you wouldn't be able to hang.
No, 100%. I'm not saying I would, but I just want the water to look colder.
How? The only way it could look colder if it was like that little freeze on.
What
the
do you
top.
want? Like ice in there? Like what do you want to have? You want to put there in the back?
No, we would put because we had the metal ones, during camp.
And
you dump a whole bunch of ice in it. Just dump ice in it, and then you turn the jets on, and then the ice would go away.
You need a lot of ice for the old Bahamas training camp.
Oh yeah, exactly. Maybe an Eskimo fishing.
More daiquiris.
No, I got to tell. No,
that'll make it look
hey,
colder.
by the way, Marcos,
Mm-hmm.
that water, like when the Lake Erie freezes and people go ice fishing,
Yeah,
that water is much colder than that.
yeah, it looks cold.
That water is like freezing.
You think any chance Jimmy Butler pulls a Jalen Ramsey at Heat camp? He goes,
No, because then Pat Riley would say, "This is exactly what I was talking about."
yeah, but the damage is done. He's not paying him. So I guess Jimmy go, well, see you October 23rd.
But do you think that gets him paid?
I mean, it's not going to get paid this year no matter what, does it? Is it?
No, he's not.
Mm.
But let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Does Pat have a legitimate complaint?
I think it's a fair complaint.
Okay. So you can understand why this isn't happening.
I think that it was a rough year, and I think we should look at the bigger picture.
You think Pat Riley's only looking at this 1 year with the games missed?
Well, dude, I don't know. He always seems to let the icons go, and I don't think that's gone well. I would like. Oh, okay, dude. It doesn't end well. There's always drama. There was drama with Shaq. There was drama with Zoe. There was drama with D Wade. There was drama with Tim Hardaway. There was even drama with Chris Bosh. They were fighting about which doctors cleared him or not. Then Chris Bosh is like, "You guys are just trying to clear cap space." Like, no, dude, we're blood clots. And so now Jimmy. And I just want I don't want Jimmy to go anywhere.
So you would like, and you would be the worst owner ever.
I don't think so.
But you think Pat should have just paid him, even though he feels a certain way?
He always feels that way.
No, but does he have? You said you understand he has a legitimate complaint.
He paid Deion Waiters.
Wasn't $50 million.
he gave Dion Waiters a 4-year deal.
For what? 30 million? I mean, 40.
Doesn't matter, dude. Nobody who he's bidding against.
All right.
And then Dion goes fat cat and he's surprised.
So maybe he's scarred.
Maybe.
But I just like he made his point of how he felt after the season about guys not playing, and it's probably hard for him because he still thinks if my guys are healthy, we're the 2 seed.
Yeah, he probably does.
So why would I extend this?
This is the guy you're going to make the stand with?
All right.
This guy? I don't
When
get
was
it.
When was the last time Jimmy played over 70 games?
Dude, he had never has in his Heat career. But you want to know what he has done? Taking him to 2 finals.
Okay, but
if we're going to talk career, he's had a good Heat career.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying he didn't have a good Heat career. So you give him the money because he had a good career?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Sweetener year. That's it. Now he's like, all right, that's off the table.
And then my question is, how pissed off would you be, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you get 60 games again and you know this is how you felt?
I wouldn't be pissed.
Okay.
I wouldn't be pissed.
You wouldn't be pissed if
Nope.
Jimmy gave you 60 games?
What's gonna piss me off is when he's not in the Heat next year. That's what's gonna piss me off.
But what if he gives you 70 games and you guys go far into the playoffs?
Do we win a championship?
You win a championship, he give you whatever you want.
Do we win a championship?
I don't know.
Well, mystical genie, you're gonna have to tell me that to answer my question.
No,
Otherwise, it's hard to say.
Wait. Me asking for a player to give 70 games is not a mystical.
He could give me 65 games as long as he's ready for the playoffs, baby.
But we said that last year and he wasn't.
I know. I hope last year was
okay. So if you're the owner or your management, do you have some questions? Or do you just blindly go at it?
They're not going blindly at it.
They are.
They clearly have made their choice. I'm just telling you, don't lose.
But listen, I'm not saying Jimmy probably deserves the money.
Mm-hmm.
But what I am saying is look at what happened the last couple of years with this team.
Mm-hmm.
And you can understand why management would not want to extend guys who haven't played. See, you limit on things, say, I don't care what he does in the regular season, because playoff
it's not that I don't care.
Because
It's
if
just
you cared, if they would have played 5 more games and won 3 more games, they would have been a 2 seed.
It's not that I don't care. It's just that it's one off year for him when he
at
normally
35.
I understand.
Okay. At 35,
I trust him to crank it up. And everybody thought, no, we give him 60 million. He's going to do nothing but have pina coladas all summer. And now we've decided to punish him by taking it to the Bahamas.
Here, if you give him 60 million,
yeah,
is he more inclined to play 70 games or less inclined?
I think he's going to do it either way. I think he's going to be equally inclined.
Really?
Yeah.
And so what does Pat Riley need to do to emphasize the point? I need you to play more games so we can have a better.
I think he did it.
Did he?
He did it. I think he did it.
By not paying him or just saying it?
Do you think that, like, Jimmy Butler, let me guess, do you think that if he did have the contract, so you think there would have been more going to tennis matches and not playing the next day?
I would just say that there's not any incentive to play.
Because I would have, here's what I would have said. This is what I think.
Okay.
I think Jimmy Butler definitely bought into his bull bleep a little bit too much. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That was his fault. He thought, I'm a superhero, because what they did the year before was crazy.
Yeah, that's a one-off.
I understand. I'm not talking about that, though. I'm saying he saw Jimmy Butler walking off the court all playoffs and saying, best in the world. And then they go to the finals. So he's like, this regular season is ridiculous. It does not matter. That's the warped mentality yet. It was a bad mentality to have. I don't think after getting their asses kicked and embarrassed, I think the just natural competitor in him after getting embarrassed and watching Boston win the championship, I don't think money or not paying him is going to have him in that mindset. I think them losing in the first round and him getting hurt is already going to have him there.
But Pat, I'm not rewarding you for that.
But okay, but his extension's up now. Like, that's not that, he rewarded Bam.
What?
He rewarded
You
Bam.
comparing the two? You think him rewarding Bam is the same thing as rewarding Jimmy?
I mean, it's age. You're obviously gonna
Okay,
pay a
that
guy who's in the
matters.
prime of his career.
It matters.
But he just wanted one little sweetener, you
It
baby.
matters. But my whole thing is look at it from Pat Riley's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
How are you giving him incentive to play more games if you give him the money?
How about his incentive is go get Jimmy Butler some damn help?
He tried. Did he? Oh, you don't even think he tried?
Where's my Damian Lillard?
And you don't think he tried?
Where's Dame?
We all thought Dame was coming here.
Yep, but he's not.
But he's not.
Where's my Spider? Where's Durant? Here you go, Jimmy. Alec Burks. Go get him.
You don't have a lot of confidence in management right now.
I have confidence. I trust Adam Simon's a G. I mean, that guy's he's finding gems everywhere.
Okay.
Dude's like one of the 7 dwarves, just like hi ho, hi ho. It's off to find gems I go.
Oh my God.
I'll take my -1. I'm sorry.
Please.
Please, immediately.
Woo. That's like, stop.
Yeah, but if it was a frog joke, you'd like it, Leroy.
Wow, so you're protesting the -1 sound?
I just think it's real convenient. All of a sudden, Leroy was here.
All right.
Get hydrated, champ.
Didn't realize Emmanuel Frogbo was going to get into his feelings.
Oh, you look, he's back at it again.
We'll take a break. You're dead to me is next.
You're dead to me.
All right. Let's bury some people. You're dead to me. I'll go first. I can't believe the Buffalo Bills picked up the phone during the draft. I can't believe you rat bastards would actually pick up a phone call from the Kansas City Chiefs and allow them to move up and get Xavier Worthy. You should be ashamed of yourselves. I can't believe why you didn't want him yourself. I don't know, but that alone, the idea that you would even pick up a telephone call from the Chiefs is crazy to me. Crazy to me. You know, I mean, I don't even know what to say. You guys are the worst. Statement game coming up next Thursday, but for right now, you're dead to me, Buffalo. Leroy?
It's no secret. You took away my feel good, my get up in the morning, my watch television, and catch up on all my sports. You took that away from me.
Me?
And for that, you are dead to me.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all know who I'm talking about.
Oh.
You also have the audacity to try to charge me more money. DirecTV. You're dead to me. But only on the way to your grave, why don't you kick some rocks too?
Ooh. Kick rocks.
Does this mean you're gonna get out of DirecTV?
You're dead.
I'm looking into it.
It's on the list. It's on the list.
Things to do. Good job.
Who's dead to you, JFig?
People who just write articles and headlines for clout. It's just ridiculous. And why are you involving politics into sports now? And
You think the Mahomes Taylor Swift thing is made up? You don't think there's anything to it?
Absolutely ridiculous. No.
I don't think so, man. I think you're crazy.
You're part of the problem.
I'm not part of the problem. I think
Yes,
it's
you are.
I think it's a fine thing to point out. Like, what are we talking about here? It's a good point.
She doesn't have to sit with her for every game. And I'm pretty sure last season they didn't sit together the whole time either.
They sat together a lot. They were hugging and kissing.
A lot, right? But that's
They had a handshake though.
But isn't it noticeable? No selfies or nothing. The week that the president or the former president shouts Brittany Mahomes out on Truth or Twitter, whatever the hell he's on.
You're dead to me.
It's dumb.
He's just trying to get them followers. That's all.
Yes.
He's trying to get the Mahomes family followers. You think they're hurting for followers?
No, I'm saying he's trying to get them votes.
Doesn't feel like he needs to work very hard. He seems like he has their support.
I just think that every person who watches sports and complains about Taylor Swift is they're part of the problem. They're the reason why she keeps on making headlines. She's just trying to watch a game and you guys are out here talking about her nonstop. Just finding ways to talk about her. So those people,
noticeable that she wasn't sitting with her.
Those people are dead today. Metaphorically, of course.
People who point out obvious things are dead to you.
No. False stories.
It's not a false story. You can't say it's false. You can say a lot of things. You can't say it's false. You could say maybe people
False
are reaching. Maybe it's too presumptive.
Yeah, you guys are reaching.
I don't think you are. I don't think they are, JFig. I think it's a pretty easy bridge to gap, to be honest with you.
Do you think that this is the reason why they might break up on the 28th?
Maybe. Can't rule it out. But I do think it could be the downfall of the Chiefs, which I'm all for.
Look, because at the end of the day, guess what? She's dating one of his best friends.
Mm-hmm.
So, look at his wife.
Frog Boy?
My candidate for dead to me is none other than the NFL. And I'm going to tell you why.
You're dead to me.
Not because they returned with a fabulous game, simply because of their egregious attempt yesterday. I think it was obvious. Someone's got it in the bag for the Chiefs. Egregious attempt to control the game with this stupid illegal formation call. I want you to review this picture. The call that was called 5 times on the Ravens, and I don't think I saw one on the Chiefs, correct? You guys didn't see one on the Chiefs?
Yeah.
Look at these two lineups.
You see what I'm talking about, right? Look at the feet.
Yep.
And look at the guy standing up.
Correct. But what is the difference between the Chiefs and the Ravens offensive line?
First of all, this guy's farther back than he is.
Which guy?
But if the Chiefs guy is farther back than
the Ravens guy, correct?
Yeah, because just look at the feet. But here's what the difference is. You ready what the difference is?
Yep.
He's leaning forward, and this guy is sitting back on his heels. But if you look at the feet are all lined up together. So it's all about body position, which is why I'm confused as to why they're calling. So if you look at the feet, the knees, and look at the hips, all the hips are together. His hips are a little bit back. But now you look at the upper body, these guys are bent over. He's sitting back. So it looks like he's off the ball when he's lined up exactly the same as they are.
That's what Chubbs Peterson said, man.
It's all in the hips.
Oh my goodness. You can't go out with just you can't take a walk, can you? You can't take a walk. You rather strike out than take a walk.
I can go take a walk.
No, you can't. You
I'm
can't
about to
take
go
a walk.
I'm about to go take a walk for the weekend.
You can't take a walk.
Safe travels to you, my friend.
Harvey and Richie, hips don't lie. Yeah, okay.
Safe travels to you. Enjoy your weekend
You
of fun.
guys have taken my football expertise,
Not true.
balled it up, threw it in a silly bag, and you pull it out for tricks. You have.
I'm sorry they did
You
that. to
are you
Leroy.
proud of yourself?
A little bit.
I know. And
A little bit. Make sure you get my guy Mets bags, man. All right. Don't leave him hanging.
no, wait. I'm gonna send you a picture of us meeting up with all them damn people and him walking around the crowd with a Texas shirt on and the bags.
How is he gonna get in the stadium?
Huh?
I'm not gonna let him in the stadium with bags.
You gotta get in the stadium with me. I got the tickets.
Oh man, we'll talk to you, rascals. Game Day Uncensored, 9:00 on Sunday to get you ready for Dolphins and Jags. You got the Canes tomorrow, 6 p.m. kickoff. You got pregame starting at 2, and we'll talk to you, rascals, on Monday to react to it all. Classic game of Block Goose.
The strongest energy wave you can give off is authenticity. Write that down.
LaPonde Chan. Let's go to break, huh? Go to break there, Richmond Web Feet. We'll be back with more. Go to break there, Lou Hopper Polite.
Hope you mother have a good day.